coming up. Hello, and welcome everybody back to Roll North Descends into Avernus. This is officially our 8th episode. We are here with Lucas, Timothy, John, Ben, Matt, Nick, Liana, Spencer, and yours truly, DM Dodge. And we are continuing with the Dungeon of the Dead 3. Quick recap. Last week's session was almost entirely a crawl. Progress was made. One of the heads of the cults, specifically the head of the cult of Baal, was defeated. Unfortunately, in that battle, our beloved Wild Rose fell. So let's get a quick couple moments of mourning for Wild Rose and her passage to wherever she went.
Good riddance.
Oh, man.
Hey now. You're a
But
rock star.
Get your game on.
Go play.
it did. I had to double check. The audio. It did unmute, which is good. That being said, we are coming back into a room where the party has just rescued a prisoner who has introduced himself as Klim, a noble, specifically of the noble family, the Jasso, Jhasso. At this point, the room you are currently in is as follows. The eastern part of this room is unlit, flooded, and braced with floor-to-ceiling beams. Rough-hewn steps rise out of the murky water to the western portion of the room, which is dry and lit by 2 torches in sconces that flank a stone altar. Behind this, Klim had been shackled to the wall. An alcove on the north wall contains a freestanding suit of plate armor, missing its helm, and also now missing its gauntlets. As last week, the gauntlets flew off of the armor and proceeded to relentlessly pursue Valhalla as she rescued Klim. Other than that, the room itself has 4 exits. You came in from the north. There is an exit off to the east side of the room, and 2 exits to the south.
So nothing going west.
No, on the west side is the altar and had been the wall.
Just clarifying. Yeah.
You said 2 south.
2 to the south.
2 south.
One directly south of where the plate armor had been, and then one off on the east side of the room going south. Southeast corner. With that, you're in this room. Klim has just regained consciousness. He's offered to pay you money, or he said his family would reward you greatly for bringing him safely out of the dungeon.
It's a good deal.
I'll just speak to Klim. If you don't mind, Klim, why don't you tell us perhaps why you think they took you in the first place?
I think just to kill me. It's what they do. Perhaps because they wanted more information on my house, on I don't know. They tortured me. It didn't matter what I said to them. They just kept on torturing me.
What about your gods? Surely they would have tried to protect you.
I mean, I am but a humble noble. My gods. Do your gods protect you?
No, guards. Guards.
Oh, guards. I mean, they captured me. I don't know what happened to the men I had hired to protect me.
Are you free to walk? Can you move easily enough?
I am quite weak, but I would say that I probably am exhausted to the point of not being very fast.
Well, in the meantime, why don't you eat this? And I'll give him a good berry.
And he thanks you, and he'll eat it.
So He at least has 1 health.
I'm gonna again step out of the shadows per my character.
Aren't you?
And what would why would you think your family would have any need, or why do you think the cult would have any need for your family, which is your family is in business with?
I think the cult is just wanting to kill me, to be honest.
Would your death gain anything from anyone?
Are you insane?
Maybe.
Do you know where you are? Do you know
Yeah.
anything about the Dead Three at all?
Read about it?
They kill people. They murder them. That's what their god commands. That's the whole thing. They kill people.
It's
2 eggs, 1 basket. Just checking. Calm, you exhausted man.
When you were brought here, do you remember which way you came, or did you wake up shackled like this?
They captured me in the streets. I came to here. Yes. By the way, quick shout out, Rogue730. Thanks for the subscribe.
Hey, Coral.
Super.
I'm hungry.
I was merely asking as to, we came here into this room from the north. I wasn't sure if you knew anything more about the other 2 or other 3 doors away from this place.
Honestly, I've been chained here ever since I awoke. I haven't seen anything beyond what you can see here, and I can't see in the dark well, so it's just shadows.
I understand. Well, we shall most certainly bring you out of here alive. We do have ulterior motives here besides your rescue. We are here to quell this cult.
Are there any? Is there any language that we all know besides common?
All 8 of us.
Just curious.
Yeah,
that we can confirm that he doesn't know, because we don't know.
True. I mean, this just came to me for future reasons.
Or
I don't believe at this
probably
point
not.
you've discussed it.
Discuss
too
that.
much.
Okay.
has anybody an insight that is greater than 0?
I can.
Like a natural insight?
Like rolling an insight check.
Oh.
I do. I can roll an insight.
Because, like, I don't know, a noble being here just because the cult wants to kill them?
Yeah.
I mean,
What
sure.
I would say is
But-
Dolan, if you were inclined to make an insight check, since you had the thought, go for it. We're not gonna talk about who has the highest insight. If your character would want to insight them.
But that's going to be a 13.
All right. He seems to be terrified, in lots of pain, exhausted.
Covered in urine.
Yeah, just not doing too well. Anything in particular you're trying to insight?
His story just seems really thin. Like, oh, the cult kidnapped me for
No,
the
so-
reasons of the cult kidnapping.
You know very well that the cults, that all they do, their entire purpose is to terrify the people of the city. So they kidnap, they murder, they destroy, they deface. That is the entirety of their goal.
But it is ballsy to kidnap a noble.
Right.
You don't. To a point though, like you don't mess with the 1%. You murder. You know what I mean?
Are we talking
Yeah,
about
it's the
character right
purge.
now?
Like
You
purge
would
rules.
assume
We're
you would assume that they don't often get the opportunity to, because they are mostly well guarded, but you don't think that anyone in the cult would hesitate to kill the most powerful person they possibly could, the person who would get the most effect. If they could murder a duke or duchess, it doesn't matter. They would do it in a heartbeat because of the fear behind that.
They're terrorists.
Yeah.
Also, give my shady eyes to this person.
Yeah, none of this seems to be beyond the norm of the
Dark,
cult.
you can't see that.
I have dark vision.
Or the cults
Sure.
themselves.
Okay.
That's fine.
Nothing more.
Then perhaps we should not linger here too long. Was this armor yours, noble?
That?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was there when I got here. I'm not... Look at these hands. Does it look like I've wielded a blade?
Nobles can afford plenty of things. Perhaps armor you could have. It was just merely a question. All that said, we should keep moving.
I agree.
So we have the south and then the east. Can I do a perception check to see like if there's any markings above the doors or anything like that that would indicate where they go?
Yeah, for sure. Another shout out, Brownbird21. Thanks for the subscribe.
Thanks,
Thank you
dude.
everybody who's here and tuning in.
Yeah.
And go ahead and make a perception check.
For a total of 18.
So there's not that you can see any markings above the doors, except for, I would say that you notice what you would know to be some marking carved in the stone that would correspond with general sewer delineation, or anytime you have underpassages under a major city, there's sort of markings as to what section they're in, all that.
So this place wasn't necessarily built by the cult. It was just a place that was taken over by the cult.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Anybody feel like taking a nap?
Repurpose, if you will.
Based on that, do I know? I guess maybe this would be an insight check as to like what markings might like lead towards the surface or something like that, or away.
You would know that in order to interpret them, you would have to have the plans.
Got it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not certain we would be safe to rest here.
Let's find a place we can then. Kill anything but in the path.
All right. Well,
I think we.
Well, we have 3 door options then.
yes, we have the 2 to the south and the 1 to the east.
To the south it is.
There's 2 to the south.
Which
What?
there's 2 doors in the south.
So one of those doors to the south is lower. It has water in it. The other one is up on this kind of dais area where the altar was. Goes to the south from there and is dry. So if you're going south, your options are pretty much wet or dry.
And the east is dry.
No,
Oh,
wet.
wet. All wet.
Yes.
Wet, and then 2 wet, 1 dry.
Perhaps then we go dry.
Yep.
All right. Who is leading?
We'll go dry. Okay.
We go in the dry tunnel.
We'll go into the dry tunnel.
I'm going to mark down for for my sanity. I forgot the thing out there, marching order. But so first in marching order is
No.
Valhalla's real hurt, I think.
I think we're all on the same page.
Who can see in the dark?
Who can see in the dark?
Who's feeling pretty sturdy?
I'm not doing too bad.
I'm doing
Yeah, but
like
you
shit,
had
but I'll
leather
fall
armor
second.
though.
Does anyone?
So you're always going to take the hit. I'll go first.
all right.
Orin, go first.
Do you have dark vision?
follow
You have
you.
the.
I have a lantern.
Orin is first with a lantern.
I will
Second,
go second.
Ignis.
Third.
Always in the middle.
Egan.
Third for me if I can.
You will
Sterling
be
is fourth.
I'll be fifth then.
Can't be surprised.
Do 6.
Dolan.
You can't be surprised.
6.
You should
Valhalla.
be in the front.
And then I'll go last.
What? I've got 1 hit point. That's why I wanted second.
And Aurelius.
Put you in the middle.
Which is better than the
All right. So you head south. Immediately out of this room, there's some stone steps down, and it will take you into a wet tunnel or a wet hallway. That hallway goes off to the east and then bends to the north. You imagine that is a loop had you gone through the other corridor to the south. However, to your west, it curves and goes upstairs.
Got it. Then I'll just continue to go west.
All right. You head up the stairs, and after about 10 feet after the top of the stairs heading south, you hit a door. The door is closed. It's made of wood. It's not banded or anything like that. Just one of the kind of rotted, typical doors in this area.
Can I check in for traps specifically like with tools, right?
No.
Okay.
You can investigate. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
Hit me
do
with
that.
an investigation.
7.
All All right, you're not finding any traps. It is locked.
Okay. With a locked door here, would someone, I believe some of you have thieves' tools, correct?
I can do something about it.
I know at least one person that has thieves' tools.
Is it you?
Well, I was nominating
I'm pretty good with my
this
fingers.
Heard.
Well, I don't care which one of you, please come here.
Yeah, not it.
Okay.
All right, you make your way up. And go ahead and attempt to pick the lock.
Nice.
Okay.
For a total of
9.
all right.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, you use your tools the best you can. It's just like wet and soggy and everything's slippery and you just can't get it in there right.
I'll pull up my crowbar and then open it.
All right, go ahead and give me an. You move back into your place in line. You can go ahead and make your athletics check at advantage.
That doesn't sound pretty.
I swear this doesn't normally happen.
19?
Yeah.
19. Yeah, it would have taken a lot less force than that. Like I said, the wood's pretty rotten. Your crowbar, you try to sink it into the jam, and it just sinks right into the wood. And you're like, huh. And with almost no effort, it just pops open, half the door kind of breaking as you do it.
Okay. I'll stow my crowbar and then just kind of like...
Immediately in front of you, I should say.
Sorry.
The passage continues forward and then bends off forward to the south and then curves off to the east. Also, there's an immediate right angle off to the west.
So there's one way to go or two ways?
Two, either straight or straight and curved,
To the right.
or to the right.
Kind of like this.
Okay.
Well, right angled,
yeah.
angled to the right,
Okay,
curved to the
cool.
left.
Um,
Wow,
Right turn.
this has taken a strange descriptive path. I apologize.
I don't know what
It
you're talking
has
about.
for the past 5
Yeah,
minutes.
I'll
Fill
walk
me in.
forward
What
with
do you
my
think?
heavy crossbow out, and I'll just go to the right, the hard right.
All right. You turn to the right. 10 feet in front of you, it will open up to a room. That room looks to be partially collapsed. There, from what you can see, are just a couple wooden beams bracing the ceiling at strange angles.
Okay.
How far is your light totally open?
Yes.
And how far does it shed?
30 bright, 30 dim.
All right. So within the bright light, you see kind of a scorched wooden table, and there appears to be a humanoid laying on the table.
Okay.
I am right behind him. I have dark vision. What do I see in another 25 feet of dim? Behind
Just
the
the rest of the room. He can see into the dim as well. I just wanted to point out
Gotcha.
that
Yep.
was shed. The room does end kind of in a very collapsed way towards the back, as though this was once a much larger room, but collapsed in.
Can I attempt to perceive where I am to see if there's anybody hiding in the rubble or anything like that?
All right, go ahead and make a perception check, and you can as well, Ignis, because I know you wanted to look towards the back of the room.
Total of 4.
All right, that's the second one for the night.
11.
All right. Yeah, you don't
Yep.
see anyone.
Does the body on the table, do they look cut open like they were sacrificed? Do they look intact?
You'd have to get closer. It's not like a naked body, but there's.
Gotcha.
Just, yeah.
I was like, are there guts spilling out of them?
No,
Is
it's-
it notice?
it's
Are
not-
they
it's not obvious from
noticeably
here.
eviscerated?
Not
Is
obvious.
a little
from
Texas
here,
Chainsaw Massacre going
There
on?
isn't a person like
With the
wheeling
chicken?
up his guts like this
Oh no!
or some weird thing.
Don't invoke
Do
that.
you wanna walk up with me? I guess?
I'm sorry.
Is there
man.
rubble
I
immediately in
watch
front of us?
movies. I watch
No,
horror movies.
the rubble is more in the back of the room. The front of the room seems like it's been cleared, and like I said, propped up with those kind of crooked beams.
Do you want to come in with me?
Let's go investigate.
Okay. I'll go forward, and I'll just have my crossbow pointed towards the guy that's on the table. And I will kind of like tap the table with my leg.
All right, so you enter the room. It's about 20 feet wide. So as soon as you enter, you can see off to your right about 10 feet, and off to your left about 5 feet. You cross the room to the table. It's very obviously a corpse. As you come up within 5 feet of it, you're immediately behind. Is everybody else following? Kind of. All right. Once again, I'd like to call attention to the size of the room. So if you were all to file into the room, it becomes very, very packed. Does everybody enter the room, or do people stay in the hallway?
I will stand
I'll
in
stay in the hallway.
but like right in the door.
Okay.
Is that really how Midwesterners say the word room?
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 There's just such an extra like at the end.
It's the long O. It's a Minnesota thing.
Room? I would say room.
Sure.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Anyway,
Long
so
ago.
back into the scene.
Sorry.
So the Orin and Ignis are entering the room. Is anyone else entering the room with them?
I am.
I will.
Sterling and Dolan do as well. Everyone else stays in the hallway.
I'll stay with you guys.
All right. So you enter the room. You come up to this corpse. It seems to have been dead for quite some time. Give me an intelligence check.
Can I make a...
I think Orin.
That's wisdom.
All right. So you don't immediately see anything off about it. Ignis, having a mind for medical things, I believe. Curious, feel free to give me a medicine check.
13.
This corpse has been so for some time. A corpse for some time. In fact, looking at it, it seems to have on its foot a tag, and you look at the tag a little more closely, and that tag indicates that this was a patient that died in a hospital, one of the two hospitals. The words are not legible at this point, but you can tell very clearly that it's a tag from the morgue of a hospital.
Is Clem with us? Did we decide that? Is he following along with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's squished in, and your human centipede kind of scared.
Okay. So I want to make sure that we don't forget about Clem.
Who's Clem?
Can I?
Exactly.
I'll kind of like let my crossbow fall to the side, and I'm gonna take a dagger and I'm gonna stab it into the head of the corpse.
Double
All right.
tap.
Sounds good. You do so, and immediately there's like a cackle of laughter. Initiative. Not
Start
from the
it
corpse.
again, guys!
Not from the corpse. The corpse is not what
Oh,
is
not too bad.
what is cackling. It's a trap.
I'm gonna move that.
I did it again.
Oh,
You did the thing that's necessary.
Got lost in
I
his
started
It's like,
head.
oh, corpse. Nope, you're not dead.
20 to 25.
I
Oh.
20.
24.
Hold on. 24.
Maths.
20.
Ooh.
Dex,
Well,
Plus 4.
Ooh.
1.
number one.
Cha-ching.
Did I have above a 20?
I have a 20.
I have a 20.
You got the
Plus
little
2.
fasten feature? Yeah, you flashback.
Plus 2!
Okay. Yeah.
Do you
He's
want-
in the room. I'll have him go first,
Cool.
just because that's
My bad.
15 to 20.
16.
17.
Boom.
3.
3. All right. Did I get everybody? Yes. Make sure you put your initiative card up on your name tag so I can see it. That's just the easiest way to go. All right. So you hear the cackle of laughter. Egan, you're not in the room.
Nope.
You hear it, but you're unable to immediately react because you can't see what's happening. Sterling, you are in the room,
Yeah.
and you can react.
Are you 5 and 9? Or are you
Yes.
just
No, he's
5?
9 and 5.
Yes.
I
I am
can
fine.
react. Is there
So,
something to...
what you immediately see is out of the rubble in the back of the room, this swarm of rats is coming. It's pouring out of the sides, it's pouring out of the center, and at first it's like 1 or 2, and then it's very clearly a swarm. There's a whole lot of them. 10, 20, 40, 60.
I'm gonna shoot my bow and arrow at it.
All right. Go ahead and take a pot shot at the swarm.
And I got
one?
mail
Oh, that's the swarm
assassinate,
itself.
so I've got a attack on advantage, advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't been in combat yet, or hasn't been attacked. Taking its turn.
All right.
Roll that bitch anyway.
You're rapid firing though. You're like,
Yeah, I'm just rapid firing up a sturm. So I got 15. No, I'm sorry, 17.
17 to hit.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Single rat among like 100.
Is it, or do I hit them all?
Group think.
Let's see, 7. Unless there's anything else with it.
get sneak
7
attack.
points of damage.
I do get sneak attack.
You get sneak
Yep.
attack.
You have to think that he's not
Destroy
like
the
firing
rat.
like he normally would.
Does he
7,
get
9,
sneak attack?
Yeah. He has advantage on the roll. He has sneak attack.
Ooh, snap. 7 plus 9, 16 points.
16 points. You notice it doesn't seem to be terribly effective
Well, gee.
Wait, against the horde of rats?
against the swarm of rats.
Yeah.
Okay. I will disengage and kind of run near the entrance of the hallway without obscuring it.
Okay. There's someone in the entrance, so you can get about to the entrance.
That's, yeah.
And number 2, 3.
I'm going to grab Ignis and I'm going to pull him back to the wall near the entrance.
Okay.
And then I'll say, Aurelius, I really hope you have a spell for this. And then that'll end my turn.
You can dodge action if you'd like.
I wasn't sure if pulling him back.
If he resists, then I'll make it be that, but I assume you don't resist. So
Have
it just
an
halves,
eight
it just
strength.
halves
You
your
just,
movement.
Great. Yeah.
Call-
He's
Collar
like,
and-
yes, I'm an
yeah.
object. We'll call it an object interaction. So yes, you can
Yeah.
take the dodge action.
Cool. Yeah, I'll dodge.
Number 4, Aurelius.
Can I cast a 15-foot cone and not hit any 15-foot cone and not hit anyone besides the rats?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Yes.
All right.
This is what I was hoping for.
As a second level spell.
Dear God.
They
extra
will make their
spice.
dex save,
Okay.
but go ahead and do your damage.
What did they get?
19.
They all strategically start, stop, drop, and rolling.
They're just wet. Safety rats.
Right.
Safety rats. Not good.
They're not wet. Lucky for you.
9 points of damage.
All right. Sounds
the-
good.
What's the
Uh,
base? 2d6. It's 2d6
It's 3.
base.
Oh wait, I casted it at a next
Yeah.
level, so I get one more. You're right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hell yeah.
Plus 5, so
14.
14 points of damage.
All right, sounds good. A bunch of them light up in flames. They squeal,
Smells
but here's the
great.
thing that you notice really quickly. They're not alive.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
They are not living.
All right, yeah, I did my thing. So like, do something.
And with that,
If only I knew Fireball.
a figure
Soon, guys.
Annihilate everything in the room.
steps out of the shadows. This figure looks a lot like the gray-haired individuals you fought earlier, except his skull on a chain is glowing very brightly, and he immediately begins chanting. And I am going to need, everyone in the room and the first 2 people in the hallway to make dex saves.
Isn't that all of
As
us?
a little glowing orange bead appears in front of him and shoots out towards you guys and erupts, and the whole room and hallway light up in flames.
Fuck your fireball.
Not bad.
Sorry. If you take dodge, you have advantage.
You do.
Nice.
We have these nice dice trays, and we're not using them.
Well, goodbye,
Maybe dice
everyone.
trays.
Goodbye, everyone.
I guess, I'll tag in and you're all tagged out.
Yep.
I have a feeling I'm still not gonna get.
All right. So, The DC for this is 14.
So does a 2 make?
Yeah.
Remember though, you're resistant to fire,
Yeah, so you take half the damage.
regardless.
That's fine. I have 5 health.
Yeah, so that is going to be pretty low. It's going to be 22 points of damage.
Is total? Or-
Total.
For fails?
Yes.
So I take
22
2
for
fails.
fails.
I succeeded, but I have resistance.
Oh, wait.
No,
So
you.
5.
I can use
Fine.
my last spell for this.
Just go to
I can do absorb elements. So
Ooh,
I might
fancy.
survive this.
Fancy.
No, I go to 0.
Yeah,
You just go to 0.
How
You
much?
don't take any failures. From your
I
Correct.
don't have the spell on me.
Oh, do you need help?
What is it?
I think
Yes, I do.
It just gives
That's
you
11
resistance.
points of damage.
I thought I
That's
get
five,
You
six,
just go to
six.
I thought I get a portion of the damage
if
back.
it's
You
below
are
it,
able
it just
to
goes
attack
zero,
with that
unless it's
damage.
your
Do
action.
it!
Whatever I
Like,
took.
if you've got, like,
Whatever I take.
18
Yes.
points,
Got
then
it.
it hits that
Okay.
number.
With a melee attack.
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
I will survive.
It does lessen the effect on you. So
Here, if you
you have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. So it will, with that spell, half the damage.
So heads up, I'm
The
down.
more you know, everyone. That is how absorb
So
elements
it's
works.
still 11.
So 11, and I passed. So does that mean I take 5?
Correct.
I have 1 hit point.
hey, 1 hit point is just as good as having 20.
Best usage of absorb
healing.
elephants. Absorb elephants I've ever seen. That's actually, that one doesn't come up very often. So
Yeah.
well played. Well
Yeah.
played. Who else
Why would
down?
a ranger take absorb elements?
I am down.
This exact reason.
All right. 4? All right. 4 drop in this massive
Yeah.
4,
explosion of fire.
We gotta carry this.
Yeah, it's a fireball, man. It's gross. But with that, it will be number 6.
Wait, who's up right now? Raise your hand if you're up, if you're alive.
And you.
No way.
What?
3.
I don't think so.
All right, Ignis.
Where is he in the room?
He is in the exact back of the room. He's just kind of stepped out of the shadows as though he was invisible. Ugh, indeed.
Oh,
I will say this. Can you heal me? Because I can heal someone else. I think strategically, but of course,
Chain
mum's
heals.
the word. Mum's the word.
We're gonna try it. 0 for 2. I need him to make a wisdom saving throw. If he is a humanoid.
He is a humanoid. He's going to make. I will say, actually, at this point, I should correct you. It is a she.
She. Them.
Yes. Ooh. That is a fail.
Hold person.
yeah!
Spells and deals. Oh, by the way. Oh, that's unfortunate.
All the rats are gone.
No,
It's
the
too late,
fireball
your turn
technically did necrotic damage, but it's too late to go back.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know
Maybe
if
it's a lingering.
would my absorb elements still block that then?
No.
And I would not
But
half
we're not
my
gonna
damage.
go back to that. Technically, for those of you who are watching and have looked at this stat block, I misread a little bit. Any damage that this fellow, the Master of Souls, does is in fact necrotic damage,
Oof.
including that nasty, nasty fireball.
Oh man, it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mean Ella, not fella, right?
Yeah,
So-
that Ella. That
So
Ella.
not only am I down, I'm like withered.
So hold
But
person.
it was actually fire damage in this particular case. He forgot an incantation today. Just muttered the spell a little bit wrong. But that being said, we will go. Ignis held person on him.
Hold person. So they are paralyzed for the duration. They get to remake their wisdom saves at the end of each of their turns.
All right. Number 7. I believe you have a death save. to make.
I do have a death save.
If you are alive, just kill her.
Not death save, man.
At the
I
end of her turn or at the
fail
beginning
once.
of her turn? At the end of her turn.
That is one fail.
One fail.
All the rats are still around?
You imagine that that's right here.
What's my death save?
I just figured
It's
D20?
either
fireball.
Yeah, but
You
more
don't
than
add anything.
so it's either
to
10 or
Con.
above. So
Cool.
that was
It's just a
Success.
straight roll.
One
Friendly-
success.
Friendly fire?
Yep.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Lucky. You did do enough to the swarm to cause it to do much less damage than it would normally. Who's the closest person? You, I think, Oren.
One of us.
Because you put him in the back of the room, so I'd say
Yeah,
you're
I
probably in
brought
front of him.
us together. Yeah.
All right, here comes the attack on you. And a 5 plus 2 is going to miss.
Great.
So there goes the swarm. Number 1 is what we will go back around to. Begin death save.
Natural 20.
5.
So that's
Fail.
1 fail. Number 2, Sterling.
That's safe.
Kill me once, yep. Don't do it again.
That's way cocked.
Yep, all the cocked.
Okay, you gotta.
Hey, don't use the metal dice, honey. Use this.
Natural 20!
Yeah.
All right. So you
Don't tell me how to
cough,
die.
your eyes come open, and you find yourself with 1 hit point ready to
Yeah,
act.
back to where I started this room at.
On the start of your turn, you
Yes.
gain 1 hit point. So
So-
you get to
All right.
act.
You can get up and do your thing.
You can
Fire at her.
I will stand up and I will take my short bow and go. "Ah."
You have advantage.
You do have advantage.
Yes, 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 yes.
So you
Um,
so let's take attack. Let's take attack.
Attacking him. Before you make your roll, I will mention paralyze is important because any hit, if you are within 5 feet of it, is an automatic critical. In other words,
Does he have to run by all the rats?
Don't
though?
take the bait.
No, he never moved back. He was so wait.
I was at the back of the room.
he went down.
You can.
So the
run
rats
through
ignored
the
him.
Rats. Oh.
But what about did the
He's in
rats get
center.
out?
He was right in front of the door, I believe. He did move
That is
backwards.
Does the rats get an attack of opportunity?
You can use my corpse as a shield.
No. Okay. Cool. He can strafe around the
Wait,
rats.
he's a rogue.
You have a disengage bonus action.
Yeah.
So,
How is
oh wait, paralyzed can't hit me, correct? By being
Yeah,
paralyzed,
no,
I'm
he
not able
can't
to
hit
get an
you.
opportunity to attack.
He
I'm
really-
gonna.
do you have the movement? to
Oh,
get to the
quick,
back?
quick. How far away?
That is an excellent question. I will quick count the
that's
squares for you.
If you could get away, that
Yeah.
would be great.
You
No,
get,
we
he's-
might- we
You
might
can
collect
get
this
within
now.
5 feet of him with your 15 feet of movement. Yes.
But I can't retreat.
No.
dude, they're paralyzed though.
He's paralyzed. He can't do anything.
Fine, sounds good.
Yeah, she.
I will shion up to them and.
Did you disengage?
I didn't
from the
need
rats.
to.
From the
Oh,
rats.
fucking.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
All right. You disengage. You run up
Make my attack.
at advantage.
24 hit.
Yep, and it's a crit. So now you do
Oh,
your
God,
sneak
that's
attack, crit, just crit everything.
You got it, baby.
Double all of your dice.
That's
Double
you need some
dragons.
D6s,
One of the
so-
really awesome
it's
ways to
66.
destroy a boss is to
So
get it with something
we're
like
going with
Tasha's
2D,
hideous
or just
laughter or
one-
hold
2d8
person.
and 46. Hell yeah.
12.
That's great. Good start.
Hell yeah.
Yep, need some sixers. Ooh, not
Oh,
bad.
16.
Fucking 16.
12 plus 16 is
28.
28 plus your dex damage.
31.
Thank
31
you.
total.
31 points of damage as you slide up to this lady and you stick her with a
Baseball
dagger.
slide into her like.
Or what's your weapon?
Rapier.
Who dat?
Rapier. You stick her with a rapier.
I will find out. I
Yeah.
guess.
Doorbell.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Number 3. Does she make a save after taking an attack? Or
After taking damage?
Yeah.
I do not think so.
okay,
Yeah, because then I'm about to just straight up go after her.
go for it.
Yeah.
You
At the
take
end of
the
each of its turns,
take the A up.
the target can make another wisdom saving.
At 20.
Wait, is it within?
My God.
Yeah, it's a swarm, and it
No,
definitely.
I get that. I guess yeah. I'll take the attack
The U.S.
opportunity.
Postal Service comes at 7:30 p.m.
18
apparently.
plus
Sometimes they do
2
until 8.
is a 20.
I go
So
down.
we'll hit. You have 1 hit point.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck, dude. Damn it. All right.
All right. So you try and dash forward to this Master of Souls, and its cute little rat nibbles on your toe, and you fall prone.
Dude, that's dumb. I
Number
should have just
4.
shot it.
Aurelius.
I wanted the crit.
All right. So, are you still next to her?
Why the hell?
Yeah.
Rats?
Okay.
Fuck
Can't
rats.
go nowhere.
Sorry, David. I know
Remember,
you love
only
your
melee
rats.
attacks will crit.
rats.
I know.
The rats in the
But if I were to move, though, I'll get attacked by the rat.
No, it used its attack of opportunity
Oh.
on Orin, so it no longer has a reaction.
Perfect.
Jeez.
But at the
Hey,
same
tap-
time, I
tap
can do
him
more
again for me.
damage with a spell.
Can you?
Possibly.
Yeah, quite plausibly.
I mean, I could do a dagger.
Do you have any, like, shocking grasp?
No, I don't have any melee. I went more utility. Which I see now is a failure. I guess I could just do magic missile.
You could, if you so choose.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll do a magic missile at level 2.
All right. Go ahead and blast her for some damages.
I need to take a little rescue poo after this.
Oh man, that's some bogus.
What?
She has the shield spell that she can't use because she's paralyzed.
Yeah, I was like, don't
You,
say
you
that.
just you automate.
that shit. My God.
Just a whole can of beans.
Yeah.
What do I have that I can just throw at her?
Yeah, right.
My dead body.
That would be a +2 blood.
Oh, that's not very good. 2, 4,
Good berry.
7, 10 points of damage.
Whoa. Hey.
10 points of damage. She's still standing.
Or you can put it.
Or I can just fuck.
Number 5.
That's you.
She will make her wisdom
She will
save.
fail her wisdom save.
The power of words.
The
She'll
power of
fail.
the-
I mean, it doesn't
Power
matter.
of
Even if
words.
she makes, it's the end of her turn.
Yep.
So at the end of her turn, she will make her wisdom saving throw for a 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, boom. She back.
Word, level 2.
Number 6.
Who's 6?
Ever it
It's
is,
up to you.
That's you.
just destroy her.
You do have at least one person with a failed death save, though. I'm just saying.
I think everyone has a failed
Nah,
death save.
one success.
This guy.
You have a success?
I am out of spells,
Mm.
so he has good berries, but I'm gonna Ray of Froster. Does a what do I add? 16 hit.
16 would hit, except shield.
Perfect. Dick.
Blind
I
spell
mean-
slots. It's fine. It's good.
Anti-dick.
Other thing.
Yeah.
3, 7.
Non-dick.
Oh, she has 8 spell slots left. She's fine on spell slots.
Still blind spell.
And her reaction.
And she's
That
out
is
of her
true.
reaction. Yes.
Is it an action to get a good berry, just to grab a good berry off of his body?
Just to like nibble it off of his belt,
Just to grab one?
his hand.
Probably not.
I will snatch a good berry.
All right, it's part of your movement.
All right.
All right. Number 7.
All right.
Don't roll a 1.
You're gonna roll a 20.
That is one success.
All right, 1 fail, 1 success.
Right.
Valhalla, you got some room. You're fine.
It's a 10.
Success.
That's a success.
Nice.
So 2 successes. Number 1.
Ouch. Okay.
Natural 20. You got this, baby.
3.
A fail?
Fail.
Is that 2 fails?
That's 2 fails.
Oh no.
You wasted your 2 20s at the beginning of this game.
I didn't waste any.
Number 2.
That's me. That's you.
As long as I'm with her, I will go ahead and strike them with my rapier. Does a 10 hit?
No.
I will fuck off.
Uh-oh.
And
Sorry, I just.
oh wait,
No, you don't have to. You don't have to disengage because you already used your reaction,
Yep, she already used her reaction. So you can just back up if you'd like.
or you can dodge.
where are these rats in between us?
Oh, I
So is it
forget.
just
I have
like-
to make a quick attack roll with the rats.
No, you don't.
Bam. 8 plus 2 is a 10. Does
What?
anyone have a 10 armor class?
No, I have an
Why
11.
didn't you roll that for me, Devin? Roll high for fucking rats.
I can't.
Still salty about that.
I mean, you could try
That was an
dagger and
unfortunate
stab
thing.
her when you're off.
All right,
Just-
all right.
just-
I
just
will
nibble
make an
you.
offhand attack.
No, you can't.
Why?
Rapier does not allow for an offhand attack.
In that case, I will make my way towards Egon.
Rapier's
it's
not a light
light
weapon.
Yeah.
That's
It's
correct.
a common misconception, really.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
Like how cats in D&D don't have dark vision.
Does it have finesse? though?
like I said, I will
Yeah,
make
but that doesn't
my-
matter. It needs to be light to do an offhand
Holy
attack.
shit! Do I have to sound like an echo? I'm gonna make my way
Yeah.
towards Egon.
All right,
Egon,
make your
Who's
way.
that dude?
If I get within,
You'll get within 5 feet of the rat.
yeah, and then I'll disengage and fuck off and go to Egon still.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm standing over your dead, lifeless corpse.
Yep.
Sounds good. Number 3, Orin.
Mouth open.
You know, and I'm second in line, so just don't die.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah.
Roll the natural one.
Oh, that's 2 fails.
We're always swimming in our own blood. around
All right.
here.
Number 4, Aurelius.
All right, now that there's no one around her, I guess I will try and cast Burning Hands on her.
All right. She dies.
Does she?
Yeah, she had 1 hit point left.
Oh. I was like, then I would have done Firebolt! Fine.
It would have hit her.
I'm I'm going to
You might have
describe
been.
this.
Yeah, describe it.
Because once again, the fucking wizard needs to save y'all.
Can he hit the rats at the same time as her?
No.
Ah.
Not without hitting allies.
I will hold out my rod, which is my arcane focus, and in a flame-throwing burst of hellfire, ignite her as her flesh burns to a crisp.
All right, she will cackle almost happily.
Great.
She is excited by the prospect of this.
Great. I'm glad that she likes to die.
All right, number 5. She's gone. The swarm of undead rats collapses. So, stabilizations can happen, but we have to go in order. Ignis. Orin has 2
Alright.
fails. Who else has 2
Egan
fails?
has 2 fails.
Egan
This
has
is
2
like
fails.
my purpose.
He's right next to you.
Is it an action to shove a berry in a mouth?
Yes.
All right.
Shove a berry into my mouth, and I have a healing spell, which I could waste. But then I'm next up, and I could listen check maybe. I don't know. It's up to you what you want to do.
I mean, you only have one other person with 2 fails, so it would be a useful
Yeah.
thing.
We have 2 people with 2 fails.
Yeah, but the
One
order.
other person.
In the
So
order.
if you heal,
You got to do the order
I'm not
properly.
gonna. I'm not gonna
Save-
heal. I need to save the
save
heal.
him.
We just need to stabilize people.
I'll have.
You have a chance to
They can
stabilize.
do them. They can do them.
you're going to need the heal anyway, because D4 hours plus a rest will put you awfully close to dawn.
Oh yeah.
Daddy, do
I don't have any spell slots left.
Oh no.
Me neither. I mean, I have spell
So the time does matter a lot.
Yeah, I have 1 heal spell. 1 healing word, level 2.
Yeah, and I don't have any more spell slots from our good
I don't have
berries.
12 spell slots.
But you have still your lay on hands, right?
That being said,
That's
you give a
spell
good
slot.
berry
No,
to.
it's
That's not a spell slot.
Do you give a
I
good
have
berry
that.
to Dolan?
I give a good berry to Dolan.
You have 1 hit point. Number 7 is Dolan's turn. You may heal someone.
I'm going to heal. Hands up if you're down.
She's got lay on hands.
She's got lay on hands.
She does.
You gotta go with him.
But
He's
you are the
one.
next person in
But
line.
number
She
one.
is.
No,
She's
I'm
the
She is
next
8.
person.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
so
Valhalla's
she
next.
would be the next person.
Yeah.
Daisy chain it.
Right. So healing word on y'all, and that is going to be a D4 plus 3. If I'm doing it at 2, this is
2d4.
2d4.
I guess it's 2d4.
Metagaming out of necessity.
Yeah. Shit.
Roll.
2 wonderful D4s.
Boom.
Roll well.
So there's a 4 and a 1 plus a 3. So that's
7,
1
8
wonderful.
plus 1. Yes.
All right, so Valhalla is up, and you have a lay on hands. How many
I do.
hit points worth of lay on hands do you have left?
All of them.
You haven't laid on hands anyone?
Not a single person.
Greedy
No, because there's been so many good berries and so many healing spells that when I've said it, they've already done it. So there's been no point for me to use it.
All right, so I believe
So
you have
touch
15
everyone.
You have 15 points to disperse as you will. It seems like the
15.
time. I'm not gonna make death saves. That'll be good enough
I think
because
we are both down.
What are you at?
yeah, but
0.
Sterling's gonna make the save. So disperse your
I'm
health
not-
how you would like
oh.
to at this point.
Sorry, I'm not
I'm
done,
just
man.
gonna.
He's not down. He's still up.
He's
Yeah,
waving it. He's
but
waving
Sterling can help the next person that's so he's up. So you'd heal
Yep.
Egan. Doesn't really matter. Disperse your health points
That's what I was gonna say.
to who you would like to.
Well, you're.
Yeah, I'm already down. So,
So I
you're
can't
me,
give
I'm
him-
up. No,
You
you,
can.
can.
Yeah.
You can give-
So everyone's stabilized. You now can bring
Okay.
people up from 0 to 1 if you'd like.
Or to
No,
5.
I can
or
do what
to-
I want. I have
yeah.
lay on hands. Just
Just
choose
let
it.
her choose.
I am.
Okay, how many hit points do you have?
0 because I'm down.
0.
Yeah, we both.
So I can disperse it. So I can do. I have 15. I can do 5, 5,
Yep.
and then
You could
Two,
hold.
2, 2, 2.
Yeah, might not be a bad idea to hold him.
I'm gonna save him.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
Thank you.
Everyone's
Yes.
up.
Yep.
No one needed to get stabilized, right?
No, because they both healed there.
All right, so there you sit, and in this room, she will have a flail. She also carries a dusty spell book. The book has black leather covers, and it has a tiny skull-shaped locking mechanism on it. You find the key to that locking mechanism stuck in her hair.
She burned to a crisp, so it's just on the ground.
It's just sin. I will take the spell book
Okay.
Party
and the
loot.
key,
Party
Okay.
loot.
but
Party loot.
shut up. But I'm not going to open it.
Okay.
Not now.
What's the roll, right? Party loot?
Does she have an? All this do lock spell book.
Spells out, so it doesn't matter.
I could sell spells.
You gotta buy a new book, dude.
That's not how that works.
Okay.
I can spell a spell.
All right. So that is everything that she has on her. The corpse was just a corpse. You deduce, looking at it further, that she was going to raise it as perhaps a zombie. But she
Like
didn't
you
have
do
time.
on a Tuesday.
Was she one of the leaders?
Yes.
Great, 2 down.
Is there anything
One more
around
to
the
go.
altar? I want to do an investigation check.
Just you don't even need to. Just the things that I have described. The body on the it's a table.
Okay.
It's not an altar. It's just a table.
Oh, table.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's when able to win.
So, out of this room, there's only the way you came.
All right.
Do we want to try to do a short rest here?
Yep.
Oh, it's probably delightful to rest there amongst the dead rats and the
Of course.
Well,
me.
just more the fact that there's only one entrance into here.
Right.
And I will cast, if we do a short rest, before I short rest, I'll cast alarm around the room.
Well,
Right? That is a leveled spell. Yes.
It's a
It is.
ritual.
Oh,
Yep.
fair enough.
Yeah.
10 minutos. Por favor.
do we have the time to?
I mean, you're welcome to try. I'm not going to guarantee a short rest. You don't see your friend.
Sure. I guess I was curious about time, as in.
Before.
Yes,
dawn.
no. So it was past dark when your good friend Captain Zodge came to the ship. It was probably 11 o'clock at nightish, 11 bells, as they would say in Baldur's Gate. When you first set out, it is probably 3 bells at this point.
Dawn is at 5.
Dawn's at 5.
I don't really have time.
Well, we would have an hour to. A short rest would be an hour. So that means we would have an hour left to clear the place.
Yeah.
Which we would do it just in the nick of time.
Well, we've taken care of 2 out of the 3 cult leaders.
Yes.
We've cleared out 2 of the 3 cults, and we just need to finish clearing out this area.
Okay.
Oh, and the one more cult leader.
Yeah,
So
we
no
have another
rest.
cult leader.
You have sort of basically what it boils down to is you have 1 short rest left to clear the dungeon. If this is when you'd like
Have
to take it,
we
you may.
effectively cleared out the other 2 areas we've been in? Because there's the room with all the doors with the symbols, and this is the last one. Like, this is the last area we're going through one of those doors.
Well, there was the door off to the east of the room with the altar in it, and at this point, straight ahead, if you hadn't taken a hard right, the passageway would have curved around.
Farther back, the room with the symbols, we came in from the north, the diamond shaped. We've
Yes.
cleared out 2 of those branches, so we just have this last branch, so this last
Yes.
cult to clear out. Okay. So we killed the leader of this cult, I think.
And this
What
is
I will mention, though, is
More
here is a curious thing. To the south of that room with the 3 doors was where you found followers of Mercule. This cult leader was a follower of Mercule, and she was not to the south.
Interesting.
If you would guess, she would have been in the... If you were guessing based on those doors, she would be in the Bane area.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. We can either rush through it wounded or
I think we need to rest.
rest.
Risk it.
Yeah. I can serenade everyone with the Song of Rest to make it more effective.
I will remind you,
Another
if you've
D6.
spent hit dice, you don't have hit dice back, which means if you had short rested and you had healed before, you don't have those hit dice back, and you cannot spend them again. So if you have hit dice, feel free to
I
spend
do.
them.
I have 3D.
That is a D6.
You didn't spend any hit dice on the last rest at
No.
all?
She was-
Because I was
she
at
fine.
18.
Yeah, you were fine.
So I
until-
can roll 3D10.
But
No! Cock!
When you saying it's
Oh,
saying
no, that
something that
doesn't
makes it
sound
more
good.
effective?
It moved from an 8 to a 2.
I need some dice. Oh.
Ah, I got
Sad day.
3d10 on this one.
And a D6.
Yes.
Because of Dolan.
Because I play beautiful
Yep, so
music.
Song of Rest does what again, Dolan?
You get an extra d6.
Ooh.
Alright.
Get after it.
That's got 13.
All right. So
That's
10.
our good friend, your protector, hasn't showed up. So as you're rolling all these, I am going to roll a possible encounter.
Alright.
Do we get temporary, or is it just?
It's nope. It's
No,
it's
that's hit points.
High or low is good for you.
Hi.
High is good for you. That's a 77.
That's high.
No encounter.
Go.
You get your short rest off.
Guys, I'm back to full hit points.
Nice.
In fact, I could have had 28 hit points, but I can't.
Don't forget to add your Constitution modifier.
Yeah, so even more.
But I can't because I can't go past
Yeah, you can't,
max.
but-
Then I'd have 29, but my max is 21.
All right.
Yeah, that was easy.
So the hour passes. No sign of your friend who was watching your back. Whatever that means to you. Now, as you would leave this room, I will assume that should I change this marching order?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go second.
Sounds great. I love that idea.
I will go third.
So Belhala, then
Sterling.
Sterling.
Ignis.
Yeah. I'll go fourth.
Orin.
And then I'll leave the rest the same.
Yeah.
Belhala, Sterling, Ignis, Orin, Egan,
With my
Dolan.
Dolan, Aurelius.
Does short rest get spells back?
The
No,
only
I do.
people who get spells back on a short rest, I believe, are warlocks and
Wizards to an extent.
And
It's
Jolt.
like once.
Druids. The druid of the land.
But as far as in this part,
So 5.
you get like what?
I get like
One or how many do you get back?
Half
It
of your
depends.
level.
you can choose expended spell slots to recover up to the combined level of 2, and none can be slots. None of the slots can be 6th level or higher.
Okay, so
I get like 2 numerals
2
to
levels?
add to do it.
Gotcha. So you either get 1 second level or 2 first level slots. Beautiful. All right. So with that, out of that room, you would be heading east. North would go through the door that you came through originally, and south and around the corner would be continuing.
We are continuing.
Continuing.
All right, you round the corner, and almost immediately as you do, you see another door to your right, and the corridor continues, and stairs go up and around a corner. So that will bend back to the north, and this door that you are currently at goes south.
I think
Up the stairs.
we open the door and see what's in this room. We're in a hallway, so we can try and pop it open and not be immediately in firing range.
Yes, it is a T for
It is a
you.
T, yeah.
Yes, you're at the top of the T.
Can
So,
I
similarly
prepare,
rotted. What?
Can I prepare a dodge action before he
No.
opens the door? Okay.
I'm not preparing actions because then I could prepare actions for them, and since I'm not preparing actions for them, like for example, I could have fireballed you before the combat started if I was preparing actions.
Do we know if this door is push open or pull open by looking at it?
It appears to be either
Commercial or
or,
residential.
Either or?
Cool.
and it's similarly rotten to the other ones.
Well,
Kick it in.
I'm gonna kick it in.
All right, athletics check.
Yeah, dope. Proficiency on that one. Oh, that's a terrible one. Ouch.
Valhalla with the
But
boot.
plus 4, so that's 9 proficiency.
+2.
Plus 2, so still an 11.
Yeah, so with a DC of 10, you kick the
Oh.
rotten door out of its hinges, and you look south into a room. The room that you're looking south into is it's a 10-foot hallway before the room, but the room appears to be about a 10 by 10. In that room, make a perception check.
60 by 60.
Would I be able to aid her? Is that
Nope.
right behind her? That's good.
When you say
Can't aid perception checks.
10 feet by 10.
Good. Well,
10
that's
feet
7.
by 10 feet.
I'm
Right.
losing my
So you don't see anything in the room.
No, because it rolled
a
me
long
2 terrible rolls.
You don't see anything in the 10 by 10 room. Do you head down into it?
Yeah.
Yep, let's go.
All right. You head south into the room. Another hallway goes off to the west from that room.
How
Yeah.
many hallways?
You see about 40 feet down the hallway, and then it looks like stairs descend, so you lose sight of the distance. Or of how far it might
Do
go.
we want to go back or do we want to keep going?
What's the other way look like?
There was stairs up and around a corner.
Let's go up.
Yes.
So keep going?
I think he's saying go back and go up the stairs. Correct. Is that what you're saying, Egan? Ignis?
I think we go down.
Yeah, the hallway leads to stairs that go down.
Correct.
So
I
through
see.
this door is stairs that go down.
Go.
Through this door, there's a hallway to a 10 by 10 room, and then there's stairs that go down.
Exactly.
40-foot hallway and then stairs.
10-foot hallway, 10 by 10 room, off to the
40.
west, 40-foot hallway.
Yes.
Yes.
Dope.
Okay.
All right, you
going?
continue down it.
Continue down.
Down.
All right.
Yes.
The stairs go down into the familiar murky 2-foot deep water. And at that point, the walls become much rougher and the walkway you're going through narrows. It's less than 5 feet at this point. And in fact, it looks like you would probably have to squeeze in order to continue down this hallway. It narrows to the extent where you're no longer able to go straight forward. But it does continue, and you can just barely make out, with like a sliver of view, a door at the end of this.
Keep going.
When we are headed west currently.
Correct.
I suppose if I'm able to fit through, my weapons would be able to fit through. So yeah, I'll squeeze.
Keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
Squeeze.
So you do have to squeeze. That halves your movement. You momentarily feel quite vulnerable, as you know you wouldn't be able to dodge very well. You know that if anything were to attack you, you'd be, they would definitely have an advantage in that fight, as they say.
Would I be able to trade spots with you real quick?
No, as we're
No.
squeezing through.
Nope.
No, that's
Can I
Can I
super
check for
unrealistic.
traps real quick as they're walking in front, above, like on the roof or ceiling of where they're walking?
They would have already, by the
It's on-
time, they would have already
it's-
triggered them if
oh,
there would have
yeah.
been traps. Yeah.
Sure.
So you go, you squeeze along, feeling very, very uncomfortable. And then at the very end of this length, opens up into a more comfortable 5x5 smaller area where the door is. You kind of like squeeze out, and you're standing there. It's still pretty cramped. It's tall. Everything it kind of narrows as it goes upwards. This is more like rough, as though the people building this under area or carving it out of the stone weren't really keen on fleshing this out as a continuation. But there stands the door.
All right, I'm going to open the door.
All right. You open it as a paladin does.
So that is
With
a
a boot.
1921.
Yeah, and it goes crushing inward, revealing in front of you a flooded room. Going out from this, there are flooded, rubble-strewn tunnels that go up to the north. Like I said, this area is narrow. Everything outside of the room, both from the way you came and going onward, super narrow, like 2.5 feet type narrow.
How many passages go out of this room?
Just one to the north. 4 wooden rotting beams rise from the murky water to brace the ceiling. Rubble piled in the northwest corner is just kind of strewn with perhaps rotted timbers and old carvings of chunks of where the wall was being carved.
Are we all in this room now?
No.
Who's in the room?
Me and you right
If
now.
you step into the room, that room itself will be a 15 by 15, but it's pretty covered in rubble, and there's the beams, so there's really only room for 4 of you in that room.
Can I look around and see if I see any bubbles coming up with this water? See
Yeah.
how we.
Perception check.
Yup.
I can't find it. Oh, it's under perception.
15.
All right, you don't see any. And as I said, to the north continues this like 2.5 foot wide cavern, but this one is totally not clear. You see chunks of wood. It's rough terrain, as well as being super narrow.
So should we go back,
This is
considering
the
this
weirdest design. Like, who would build this?
But I just feel like this area is not well traveled. So would people really be here? Should we go back to the other way?
I think we should move out to this area and then just collapse this room.
Deal.
What if this is the way back? The only way back.
This could be another secret entrance into one of their places. Perhaps we could surprise some of them.
But only on the way.
Looking down the hallway to the north, how far can we see?
You can only see like 15 feet as this kind of narrows to a hyper small extent. Once again, you have to squeeze through, and it looks like it's just a little too jagged to see down. It does look as though someone squeezing could obviously continue onward.
If we get in a battle here, we are quite vulnerable. It's one at a time.
Should we send a scout?
Do you
Kill him,
still
Clem.
have that
Clem.
owl?
It's a raven this time,
Raven.
It's a raven.
which is not just a large crow, but yes.
Could you use them to scout ahead quick?
I could. Yes. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
as it
want
hops
so you
around.
want Ziva to go down the hallway.
To the north to see this winding passage. We can.
I will point out an unfortunate thing about Ziva is she does not have dark vision.
She does not. That is correct.
Light it on fire.
A better question would be what's the wingspan of a raven? Is it more than
2.5 feet. It would not fly very well.
African or European?
Also, those 9-foot ceilings were on purpose. 'Cause you have to.
We could always strap like a torch to under the dorsal guidance feathers. And
Sure. like I can
Reference.
fix.
So essentially, do we want to continue on or do we want to go back?
We're trying to figure out a way to continue without us actually continuing.
Nobody can see in the dark.
Well, I say we continue.
I've got a crowbar. You put a torch at the end of it.
But I think
The
it would be
wingspan
better
doesn't fit.
if it was an animal that was more sneaky.
please,
Yes.
please let the slender half elf do the scouting, and I will be back shortly.
Okay.
All right. Dolan squeezes into the tunnel.
All right.
At about 25 feet,
Okay.
it gets so narrow
Uh-huh.
that I need you to make an acrobatics check in order to force yourself through.
All right.
This is when a cat would have come in handy.
So 14 plus 4.
That will
The cat doesn't
make.
have dark vision. Do you?
You kind of have to scramble up the wall a little bit because
Mm-hmm.
at the base you can't quite do it. So you scramble up, you force yourself through. You kind of fall onto the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back through is going to be a trick as well. You're a little scraped up.
Right.
You're hopefully not wearing a nice cloak because if you were, it's torn.
Nope.
But there's plenty of dagger marks in it anyway. So.
Yes.
And maybe some daggers still hanging out of it.
It is the
perhaps.
cover of the dagger cushion.
But
that is me.
another 5 feet, and it opens up into a 15 by 15 foot room.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you're going to be stealthy
Yes.
going in. So go ahead and give me your stealth check.
Absolutely.
There are 5 unlocked chests.
That is 13 plus 4. 17.
So you're able to like just kind of
scorched.
push yourself up out of the water enough that you're not sloshing along. You're more like climbing
Right.
your way down this hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and you peer in, and in this hall or in this room, the water is even more murky, a little deeper, and more foul-smelling than anything that you've come across yet. In the center is an open stone sarcophagus.
Ooh.
Its stone lid lying broken in 3 pieces. You can just barely make out next to the sarcophagus.
Broken in 3 pieces right next to the sarcophagus.
Yes.
Okay.
If I remember anything from Brendan Fraser and the Mummy, don't open
Cool.
it.
It's open.
Don't go near it.
It is open. Don't go
Yeah,
near it.
yeah. The lid, like I said, is broken in 3 pieces in the water
Mm-hmm.
next to the sarcophagus.
Gotcha. Can I do any sort of perception to detect signs of life or sounds of breathing?
Yeah,
or
give me a perception
anything
check.
of that nature.
Or death.
Well, I mean, they
Undead.
don't breathe, but it's a perception check. That is going to be 16.
You don't see anything. It appears to just be quiet, murky, smelly.
Okay.
You also don't see any signs that anyone has really been here for a while.
Okay. So I have deemed it that there isn't something that's just going to pop out and attack us.
Yeah.
Which is sufficient for me, and I will travel back and report what I've seen to everybody.
You would guess, by the way, that anyone who wasn't quite dexterous would not be able to make it into this room.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not
Do
like.
you want to investigate more before you come back?
Could just push you through.
Because it
I
sounds
feel like that'll. We have a history of triggering things when we poke at
Well,
them
that's
with
me
sticks.
normally.
me.
If he, the thing is, if he pokes at anything and he dies, we probably wouldn't know.
You might hear him.
Yeah.
Dolan, you wanna die?
I don't.
We'd hear the sound of a dagger leaving a sheath and then entering the body.
Loot being
You guys are waiting with bated breath.
So wait. Oh, I guess here's a good question. So I enter this room and I see this broken sarcophagus.
You haven't quite entered yet.
Okay.
I haven't forced you to
But
enter.
I'm looking.
yes.
Are there other entryways?
Thank you for asking.
No. So
Nope.
this is the only
This
way
is the
in.
end
This is the end
of this passage.
of this passage. No passages inside the room.
Not that you can see.
Not that I can see. I'm going to enter the room and I'm going to start investigating for other passages.
All right. You walk around the outside of the room.
Yep.
You do not find any.
Gotcha. Can I start looking in the open sarcophagus?
Yeah. You head towards the center of the room.
Yes.
You kind of carefully peek. You see kind of a dark sludge with little like shards of bone sticking out of it. Perhaps there's a skeleton in there.
I'm going to back away.
Okay.
Yum.
That's all I need to know.
It looks like someone important. The sarcophagus is beautifully
sludge?
carved. You're not sure how the sarcophagus got into this room because the passageway was never wide enough to support that.
Okay.
It's made out of a different material than the rock that the room is carved from. You're not sure how the rock that the room, got out of, that the room was carved, that space, got out of it.
So it seems like the cultists came across something that was too much for them.
Yep.
So
Or they already handled it, but maybe forgot.
Or it's a mimic.
No.
That too. Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's like saying everything could be a mimic.
Right. Anything would be a mimic.
Like this axe.
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
see something shiny.
Don't touch it.
It's a mimic.
Perception is 14.
14?
Remember 11.
You see just like the bottom end of what might be a handle to like a larger weapon in the sarcophagus. It's kind of poking out of the murk.
Hey,
Get it. Get it.
for once I'm going to state my flaw because this plays into my flaw that unlocking an ancient mystery is worth the price of a civilization. So, I really want to know what that thing is, but I don't want to stick my own hand in there. Listen, I have a shovel.
All right.
I have like a collapse shovel, whatever I could ration that I was able to get through that thing.
All right.
So I'm gonna stand away and I'm gonna try to like fish it out with the shovel.
All right. You go to fish. You lift up kind of the rotted end of what might have been a battle axe. But at that point, a dim light floods through the room. I need you to roll initiative.
Oh no.
As a ghostly, pale, glowing battle axe rises up out of the sarcophagus, and it will go on initiative count 20.
Oh no.
And this ghostly, pale, glowing, wicked-looking, massive two-handed axe comes swinging through the air.
Okay.
Ooh, 23 to hit.
Well, that'll hit.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm actually not going to roll. I'm just going to do the average. So it will deal 6 force damage as it strikes you, and you go stumbling backwards.
Leave the room.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm
Time to
I feel happy.
So, what are the chances I'm gonna be able to get back into that thing without it? Oh, it's huge though.
It's large. I mean,
It
it's
is-
not huge.
It is large, but it'll probably have trouble getting through, and I'm slender, and it is not. Maybe.
I mean, it's ghostly. It might
Oh,
not be
no.
corporeal.
Remember when we fought the gauntlets, though, and how they did minimal damage and they kind of died pretty easily? I don't know.
You're saying that I should attack it as a single
The gauntlets were
person.
physical. This is a kind of ghostly.
Astral
I do not have a
Maybe sing a song.
spectral.
Sing a song.
I am going to disengage,
All right.
and I'm going to go back to the way I came in, and I'm going to try to hastily go through the crack in the wall.
Just jump
All
and
right.
tumble.
You do that. You make your way. Give me your acrobatics check.
17 plus
Some
4.
Nathan Drake.
21.
Climb up. You're moving pretty slow
Uh-huh.
because you have to, squish and squeeze and climb all at once.
Uh-huh.
So you're pretty slow. But looking back, sweat kind of like gleaming on your forehead. It's kind of hovering
Is it?
at the entrance to the room, and it does not seem to be coming out of the room.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You tell that axe.
Well, I will report back to everyone and not try to
Oh.
say hi, shake hands with the axe.
I will also say, as you're looking at it, it kind of swings aggressively and then fades.
Okay.
And the dim light
That's-
disappears.
That was a cool effect where
Yeah, it did.
your computer screen turned off and you said it faded.
That was oddly
Well
oddly
planned.
well timed. Oddly well timed.
All right. So you are going to see me walk back. Now, question for you.
Yeah.
A ghostly axe, if it hits me, what kind of wound does that show?
It did force damage. So
Force damage.
So it
Big
kind of like
bruise.
smashed into you, and it would be bruising. It would be that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna step through the crack in the wall, stumbling, and I'm almost gonna fall over
Cough some blood up.
and cough some blood up, and be like, "There's an axe in that room, and it doesn't like the living."
That seems like a strange thing to say.
It might be protecting something.
For brevity, as we are at 8:15 now, you have some discussion. I will say carefully, you make your way back. Somebody makes their way back to the room. The trap does not actually reset immediately. In fact,
Okay.
it won't for some time. So you enter the room carefully. You poke the axe, whoever does. When you pull it out, the axe head is gone. It is simply a rotted handle and the base of the axe, which you may keep if you'd like, but it's very old. The lid of the sarcophagus bears the likeness of a screaming axe-wielding barbarian. You recognize the carved axe as similar to the thing that attacked you.
Yay! I solved the ghost axe puzzle.
And with that, thank all of you for tuning in. We're going to take a brief break, I think about 15 minutes, and then we will continue into the Dungeon of the Dead 3. Really, thank you all for being here. Hopefully you're having some fun watching this terrifying crawl as I blow up my level 3 party with fireballs and, just casual fun.
Yep.
See you after the break.
Bye, Mom.
Great.
I think you
up and ready to go.
Great.
So welcome back for part 2 of episode 8 of Roll North's Descent into Avernus, exploring the Dungeon of the Dead 3 and all the wonderful, beautiful, sparkly, bubbly,
Dead people.
glowing funness.
Sparkly dead people.
Yes, sparkly dead people. That's a reference somewhere. On another note, a more game-related note, I forgot to mention in the beginning, for our viewers in Minnesota,
We have an announcement.
we do have an announcement. The Twinheim Epic is this coming weekend. Super excited. Saturday. It's for Extra Life. I'm going to be DMing. Ignis is going to be DMing and playing an NPC, perhaps?
I'm just DMing.
Just
I'm
DMing?
no longer an NPC, unfortunately.
Oh, sad day. Oh, yeah, because you're saving my life. Thank you for that.
We had a lot of people sign up already. I believe our current pre-registration is about our total registration of the last event. So we're
nice.
expecting a lot of people to be there this time. Super excited. Last time we
What
raised
should
a
one
lot of
bring
money.
if they come?
Cash, stuff to play D&D.
Dang.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah.
A little bit of extra money. There's going to be a raffle
Straight cash
type
only.
thing.
Free money.
There's some super dope stuff that I think the Twinheim page is releasing through the week. What is in the raffle? One of those things is donated by all of us here at Roll North. It is the Avernus Special Edition dice set. Super dope. If you're playing Descent into Avernus or planning on playing Descent into Avernus, it's a beautiful set of dice. It has some super cool cards. Super cool thing.
Yeah, there's gonna be food. We ask, I think it's $7 as an entry fee. You don't, if you obviously can't pay, you can still show up. It's more of a donation kind of thing. There you can buy raffle tickets, you can buy re-rolls. So if you really want a monster to fail a roll, you can just keep slapping tickets down, and the DM will keep re-rolling. So it's a pretty fun time. I always enjoy DMing it because it's.
Are you given a character when you get there, or do you bring your own?
You bring your own character. It is Adventures League legal characters. So if you are not familiar with that, do a little research on that.
For people who have never played.
For people who have never played, we could probably figure something out if you show up. We could set you up. I'm sure some of the admins will have pre-generated characters where you can sit down and have a good time.
Most fun games I ever played was with a pre-gen, just showing up at a con, so you should do that.
There you go. So we're super excited about that. Like I said, if any of you watching are from Minnesota and going to be there, come say hi. Hope to see you. Hope to see you at our tables.
Mine's full, but I'm sorry.
Oh, can you select who you DM with, like who you play under?
It just kind of gets moved around by the moderators, but as
Says the
people sign
person who
up,
doesn't have a full table.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Careful, we're in a
believe
dungeon.
You can request
God.
to be with certain people
Yeah, you can.
if you are of VIP status.
If you have a certain pedigree, you can.
Yeah, I mean, also I would assume that bribery works. So if you offer to give a bunch of money to Twinheim and the kids at Second Life, I'm sure that we could probably arrange something.
Brothers,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, a little bit of cash under the table. It's all good. It's all good.
I like baked goods.
There you go.
Apple pie.
But that being said, there's our announcement, and everybody back at the table. We're gonna dive in. So,
Crawl in.
or crawl in. So we left off. We had just conquered the spectral axe room, found the butt of an axe, and and I believe that is being kept on the person of Dolan.
I'm holding on to it.
So you make your way back to the small 10 by 10 room, north to the door you busted through, and your two options are back the way you came, or right/east up the stairs, or up the stairs to the north, I should say.
All right, let's go up the stairs.
Yep.
All right, I assume it is
to me.
still Belhalla, Sterling, Ignis, Oren, Egan,
For
Dolan,
simplicity,
Aurelius.
we will keep that, yeah.
You assume correct.
Perfect. And with that, you take a right and immediately go up the stairs to the north. At the top of the stairs, once again, there is a door.
Cool. I'm gonna open that door.
All right.
With your
Open
boots.
said door.
That's 10. I have proficiency.
You
so-
skipped
10
landing.
is
No, I
the
mean
right amount. The door
11,
bends
12, 13.
and it doesn't
It's
immediately
13.
fly open.
It's 13.
All right. 13. That's fine.
I knew 10 was a threshold, so I set it to 10. You know, like
Perfect. So,
13?
like I said, you bust through the door with that minimum of a 10.
it was a
And
13.
Valhalla gets struck by a blue bolt of lightning from the heavens in classic Dungeons and Dragons style. 30d6 damage. I joke. But that being said,
clarifying the number I rolled.
as the door had a minimum DC of 10, the threshold is 10. As I clarified, every door in the dungeon that doesn't have bands, you make it. And the door busts open, and immediately there is a right angle in the passage that goes off to the east. You see, after about 30 feet, this opens up into a room.
All right, let's go.
All right.
I think we should try and be a little quieter.
Do we still?
Stop.
Oh, yeah, we just busted down a door. Let's go for it.
Guys.
We don't have time to waste.
I cast fireball.
All right.
heard it.
So you head down the passageway, and you come to the next room. This dry, partially collapsed room contains a stone altar with humanoid skulls and bones piled around it. The top of the altar is covered with dozens of half-melted candles made of black wax, all currently unlit.
And Clem is somewhere around us.
Yeah, he's chilling with you guys.
I do not trust him.
Did he get caught in that fireball?
Yeah, is he dead?
No, he was further back.
Anyways,
I don't trust him.
So there is just a bunch of candles around this altar thing, Devin.
Which
No,
So
once
we know
again, the
it's-
altar is surrounded by skulls piled up around it. On top of the altar, there are dozens of unlit
That's what I
black
was- that's what I
candles.
was-
Yes.
I light a torch and throw it on the altar.
What?
Sorry.
Is that how you light candles around here?
So,
Yes.
Egan is in the middle of the party and has no access to do so at the moment. I'm gonna just put a cap on that because we had a fun break. We're a little energetic, but let's be serious because you can all still die very easily.
I'm being serious.
Okay.
Hey.
So come back to the table in the seriousness of this situation. Valhalla's in front. What do you do?
I am going to. Yeah, I guess I can investigate the room. I
Alright.
don't have great intelligence, so it's a little unlikely that this will go well.
So you head into the room. The room itself is a 15 by 15 room, the north portion of which is collapsed and rubble. There's a 10-foot wide staircase that goes down on the other side of the room, and a hallway goes north from there. But go ahead and make your investigation check as you step into the room.
That's a 13.
All right. You look around. You don't see much of anything in the room itself. The rubble is pretty. It's pretty much just stone and chunks of rotten wood, that kind of stuff. What you do see is on the altar, amidst these dozens of candles, skulls, blood, obvious signs of kind of rituals being cast, that kind of stuff.
All right. Is everyone good with the room? Do you want to go on down the...
Would an Arcana check reveal anything about the candles? I'm getting a very hocus pocus Disney vibe right now.
All right.
Will I get anything from Arcana check?
Go ahead.
Okay. 12.
All right. Other than that, the rituals have all the signs of being necromantic magic.
Is there anything
Nothing
written
other
on anything? Any book? Any nothing? Nothing?
Nope.
All right, shall we continue down the hall?
I'm gonna swipe a medium-sized candle.
Okay. In order to do so, you'll kind of have to break it off, as since they're all half melted, they're all kind of
they're
part of this
all
one mass of
conglomeration.
wax. Yeah, it'll be really easy to break one off. I'll say that, but I just want to let you know that you'll be breaking one off if you do so.
But once again, hocus pocus vibe.
Yes, if they're all kind of melted together, I will not.
Okay.
I thought that they were kind of just like clustered
Separated,
together,
yeah.
but if they're all,
I thought they were surrounding like a circle slab. Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They're all
I
just kind of on the altar, various levels of having been melted down.
So we don't want to light the candles then.
Or do we?
Is there anything above this pillar? Or altar?
Nope, just the 9-foot tall ceilings and, as is typical for the rest of the dungeon.
What do you always think?
I would not like to be in the room if you're going to light the candles.
Well, any treasure we find, then you can't have it.
I'll take out a broken bolt, and I'll light it with my lamp fire.
Okay.
And I'll prestidigitation the candles as well. From a distance.
It just doesn't. I just light all the candles with magic.
you're like leaning into light one, and they all just poof.
Alright, so you do decide...
I want to be the Sanderson sisters, Bette Midler!
You do decide to light the candles?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna back-
Bold choice, guys. Bold choice.
I will be up next to the altar.
And I'm at a distance because I did that.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm next to you guys. Yeah.
So where is everybody?
Doorway.
I said I didn't want to be in the room if you were going to light the candles.
We like to start things.
Yeah.
Except
We are in
didn't
the
do this
room
one.
together.
About,
I am
getting
not
all
in the
trouble.
room.
about 10 feet away from it if I can be. I just said-
So you're kind of back up against the rubble?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, perfect. Anyone else in the room?
I think it's just.
Yeah.
I'm in the room,
Alright.
but at a distance.
Yeah, I'm right by the door.
So the only way to be distance is kind of like back in the back of the... It's a 15 by 15 room.
Okay.
So you can be back up against the... And the altar's in the center of the back of the room, so everything except the back 15 feet of the... next to the rubble is within 5 feet of the altar.
Okay, perfect.
So you're all the way in the back up against the rubble, next to Sterling.
But
Who
I'm
else is in the room?
seeing, but I still have visuals of the altar.
Oh yeah, all that is
Yeah.
looking at the altar in the room. Anyone go beyond that room, or is everyone just kind of backing up into the hallway that you came from?
Back into the hallway.
All right, sounds good. So you light the candles, and they shed this sickly, necrotic green light throughout the entirety of the room. I need DC. No, I'm just kidding. It is a sickly, necrotic light, but no saving throw.
Good.
Does that do anything?
Yeah,
It's just illuminated?
Wait till he finishes.
Oh, I thought, no, you stopped.
That is where I stopped. Yes.
Sounds good.
Does anything change on it? Do I hear anything? Whispers? Bette Midler laughing?
Give me a perception check.
The magic ink on the table suddenly revealed.
Can I also take
Oh,
a
not
perception
bad.
check being right there?
Yep.
That is a
Natural
natural
20.
All right. So you see on the
24.
And I
back
got an
wall,
18.
both of you see this on the back wall behind the altar, blood red lettering start to like drip and form, and the lettering is in common, and it says "Rise and be counted."
1, 2.
Do...
Ooh.
Okay. I'm scared it's Halloween.
Yeah.
So
go ahead and climb to the top. You can get more benefits than I can.
do I... So, what does it say again?
Rise and be counted.
There's a lot of bones next to this altar.
It's a steep climb.
Would I know what that means?
The
Common?
word "rise,"
Yeah,
the
well,
word
but,
"and,"
okay.
the word "be," or the word "counted." Which are we looking for?
Totally get up there. Go. You're probably gonna die.
Okay, I will...
Don't say the words.
Oh. You can say the words. Good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna
What?
do...
That's not what I said.
All right, it's an odd, which was... I'm gonna...
Do it. I want to hear the word.
Do it.
All right. We're gonna roll initiative.
I knew it. I knew saying the words.
Lucas, you
would
should
trigger.
actually say it though.
Rise and be counted!
There you go.
Ah!
God damn it.
20 to 25.
What do you get advantage on?
What's that?
21.
All right. You will beat me. So number 1 to Orin.
Here,
Number 2 to me
that's
at
all
20.
those.
15 to 20.
I'm 17.
10 to 15.
10.
11.
11. with a +2.
10.
Or I'm sorry for
5. 5 to 10.
8.
All right.
Should've played
Ignis
with you.
is
I got a 6.
number 8.
Well,
Do you want to go before me?
all right. So as you speak those words, you hear the clattering of bones from behind you. As climbing out of the rubble come 5 skeletons. Orin, you're in the hallway. You hear.
He is at the altar with me.
Oh, you're at the altar. Both of you are at the altar. So you
Because he was
hear
gonna
them.
light it, yeah.
You turn around and you see skeletons kind of forming together right behind these two.
Got it. I'm going to, as a bonus action, like light up one of my bolts, and I'm going to shoot my crossbow at one of the skeletons.
All right.
I think I have a one. This is a revised ranger deal. I have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that has not acted yet. Have these creatures not acted yet? Technically?
Correct.
Great. Cool.
Since you are first.
I am first.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Boom.
Okay.
Great. So, 13 plus 5, so 18 plus 2. 20. These are not humanoids, technically?
No.
Copy. 20.
20 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Force damage.
You hit it and it collapses. Number 2.
Is you.
It is. The skeletons finish forming. They draw weapons and they stand there.
Oh, my bad. You have your army. I just have been killing it.
It's just wrecked one, and then they're like,
Is it my turn?
I had yeah.
I don't know. This didn't happen in Hocus Pocus. In Hocus Pocus, this didn't happen.
I had to roll initiative because you're not going to not attack skeletons if you get to go.
I will take I will go on the opposite side of where, because if they're behind me, right?
Yeah.
So I will take 15 steps forward, turn around, and say, "Do I know what's happening? Do we all?"
yeah.
You can infer
They
whatever
did,
you want.
they
to
did not
infer.
immediately attack.
They did not immediately attack.
anyone.
They stood at the ready.
At the ready.
Put down your weapons.
Just wreck them. Get wrecked, noob.
They are tools.
I want to say,
I'd like to cast Burning Hands.
I like the cast.
no.
Shatter.
I will take 15 steps forward and say, I don't know, this might be contemporary military or real world military terms, but like attention.
They are standing where they are at the ready, so they don't change.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
no.
But they didn't opportunity attack you.
Well, can you
Would-
if
it
they had
sounds
already
like-
stayed attention? Would you
Believe that
know
is
that?
the
I don't know.
necromancy. You're a part of the cult.
I mean, that's fine with me.
Otherwise,
I'm true neutral. It's fine.
Give them an order.
Um,
Have one of them stand on one foot.
Yeah, I'll say. Can I say jump?
Sure.
So I say jump.
They jump.
Okay.
I'll take the initiative cards back.
They're good
Sorry
guys.
for that little bit of trickery.
No, that was very well done.
I mean,
Approved.
I thoroughly did it.
I was real close because I really just fucked that up. So
You just see their form and just boom.
So I have
Forward.
4, not 5, 4 zombies or skeletons.
4 skeletons, yes.
Okay.
And so the basic things you need to know about the skeletons are they are AC 13, 13 hit points, speed of 30. They're none of that is really important. Their main
You just,
attacks,
like,
they have a single melee weapon attack. It's
nostril.
+4 to hit, and it is D6 +2.
They should leave the group.
Okay.
They have dark vision.
Oh, they have dark vision.
They do.
Oh, thank God.
They have dark
Oh,
vision.
thank God.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Okay.
There's a TikTok dance that
There
if
is.
I could dance, I would do it, but
I've seen videos. You can
Okay,
It's
so
a good
now we
game.
have 4 skeletons
there's a really good video of me dancing somewhere.
with us.
Yeah.
Would have had 5, but someone was a little trigger happy.
it's alright.
Do you? I mean, it makes sense, right?
I mean, maybe. Okay, so do we want to continue forward? I think maybe we should do 1 skeleton in the front, 3 in the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna name my skeletons. A, B, C, D, and E is dead.
A for alpha, B for.
Do we want to make?
Beta.
Do we want to move Kleb away from one of them? Just because, like, if we go up against like difficult people, potentially could they be taken over? They're just drones.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll see.
I mean,
find
I'm just
it.
saying that Kleb is like worth a lot of gold. We don't want that. Klim.
Whatever
Worth a
your
lot of
name
gold.
is.
I don't
old
think
man.
Clem is. I have concerns about Clem.
Shall we
right
continue
here.
on?
Yeah, that's right. I thought that.
Is there like a 3-inch chunk of candle sticking up?
That's,
above
I don't
the
trust
rest?
anyone in this game. So.
Yeah.
I will take out a knife and just chop off the top of the candle.
All right.
And,
When it's separated from it, it'll stay like lit, but it's no longer exuding a green light.
all right, I will extinguish it.
Okay.
Give it a sniff, see if it smells any different from any wax. If there's some other
It
material,
smells. Yeah, it smells a little like
musty, damp. I'm guessing.
A
Carnival.
little like iron,
Right.
but otherwise wax. Yeah.
Pocket it.
Wax gets stuck. You're just kind of like,
Shit.
So we want to continue through the door then, because of the door on
All
the
right.
other
So
side.
the skeleton is now in front.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No objections to skeletons. Just chilling with the party.
I'm gonna keep my crossbow kind of at the ready.
I mean,
All right. So, you head down the stairs. The tunnel turns to the north, and then stairs go down into a flooded room. The first person is the skeleton. The skeleton just currently has a short sword, right?
Okay. I think you
Unless you want to give it anything else.
No, you said 1d6 plus 2. Is
Yep.
that a short sword?
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else that it's just walking forward
Yep,
like
just-
that? All right. Sounds good.
Followed by
warrior.
So, you continue forward. The ceiling of this flooded room is supported by numerous wooden beams. The air here smells like rotten eggs, a putrid stench that carries beyond the room. Give me a survival check, Valhalla.
Guys, don't worry, I'm proficient, but it's a low one for me. 11, so it's plus 2, but minus 1, so that is a 12.
All right. It smells vaguely familiar, but you're not sure what it is. So Valhalla, skeleton first into the room. The room itself, by the way, is probably 35 feet long. And then there's a larger corridor that goes off to the northeast, and then a small hallway that goes straight to the east in the middle of this room that is 30 feet long, 40 feet long. First person in, skeleton, up to the knees in this murky water. It seems a little thicker than the water that you've come through in the past. Valhalla is next.
blood poop.
Next is Sterling.
Yes, correct.
All right, give me a survival check.
Surviving.
Hopefully.
6.
All right. The smell, once again, is kind of familiar, but you're not sure what it is. Next, Ignis. Survival check.
I know.
Oh no.
That cocked or just a 7.
7.
So 6.
All right. Vaguely familiar smell. Not sure what it is. Orin.
You're the ranger.
Doesn't matter.
I've been trying to kick it though.
Huh?
I've been trying to kick it though. Does that change anything?
Well, the smell that's familiar is a really flammable gas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, why? How do I know that?
Well, your lantern,
Oh.
as you step over the water, immediately flares, and all of it erupts. The entire room erupts in flame.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of poop in this room.
Cool.
Oh.
Poop is actually not flammable.
So an explosion
Sulfur
fills the chamber. Any creature fully immersed in the water takes no damage. No one hears, but all others must make a dexterity saving throw.
If you kill my skeleton,
Yeah.
Make
I'm
a
finishing the
saving
job.
throw for your skeleton.
what's the DC?
Just make the saving throw.
Rip.
Total.
14.
adds dex. Makes.
23.
23 makes. Valhalla's in the room.
11.
11 fails.
Under 10.
Under 10 fails. You're fire resistant.
Yeah.
So that's good.
great.
You want me to roll it or take the average?
Roll.
Yes.
I had a 14.
Yes, roll
Yeah.
it.
14
roll
is
the
just
dice.
short.
So Ignis, roll.
Roll the
or
dice.
Average.
All right,
roll.
we're rolling the
Roll.
dice.
We're rolling.
Roll.
Always
roll
roll.
more.
Don't you have fire resistance?
I do.
Always rolling. Boom. 7,
Oh my god.
8, 9, 10 points of damage. Really low for 46.
Is that
5 points.
So if
of
you make the
damage.
save, it's halved.
and I'm fire
resistant.
resistance,
You didn't
but
make
I
the
didn't
save,
make the
but so
save.
it's halved. But yes.
Wow.
So,
3 hit points left.
all right, anyone drop?
No.
All right.
So we made it so it's -5. So then it's
My mistake. Poo blood gas.
all right. We're
I
not.
have absorbed Bell.
Bet is at
Battery
8
slot
now.
over there.
8 hit points. Bet Barb Liza.
In addition, all of the wooden beams that support the ceiling are destroyed in the explosion,
Oh.
which could cause a roof collapse. 25% chance. 74 does not collapse. So you hear creaking, you see damage, and you see flames like start flicking over the beams underneath the whole chamber. Luckily, explosions tend to put out fires in their wake as all the gas and oxygen is eaten up. So you see little flickers, and then it's all extinguished.
Thank you, murky
So,
water.
so no flame lingers in the wake as the explosion itself eats all the oxygen that would help the flames
Are
burn.
we suffocating then?
No, because there's oxygen all around. It's just immediately, and then
Yeah.
air.
So we
flows in.
continue on.
We have 2 directions out of this.
You continue in the marching
We've
order
now
that
lost
you are
our
safely
lantern.
at.
Just so we're aware.
Oh, I can just relight it.
You have one too.
Well, I can relight
It was here's a fun thing. Destroys flammable objects that are not being worn or wielded. So despite the fact that said explosion should realistically destroy that lantern, technically it doesn't. So the lantern is fine.
Mechanics.
Mechanics.
I relight it.
All right.
Not
Explosion.
Poor Bet.
Fucker.
I harvest the gas and build an empire on this methane supply.
Yeah. You can chill for the 24 hours it takes for it to become dangerous again, if you'd like. All right. So after that, you explore the northeast corner. There's nothing really there. A weird section of the room, but then you head east and down a long chamber. All of this is collapsed, or not collapsed. All of this is burned, kind of on the brink of collapse. You figure that it wouldn't take much for this entire area to come collapsing in. You get to the far south of that chamber, another 40, 50 feet to the south. The tunnel, or the hallway jogs to the east. That hallway continues on down for about 80 feet, but sort of in the middle. You come to a hallway that goes south, and you see 2 more hallways in this hallway that goes south. So there are 3 hallways to the south of this particular hallway. The first one, you look down, you look to the right, there's a door.
What's the spacing between the hallways?
10 feet between the hallways.
Can I make a request for the marching order and be asked to move down a little bit? So I got 3 hit points left.
Imagine Valhalla's not feeling very good either.
Down
I
towards
got
the front.
16.
Or back?
What
Oh
you
yeah,
talking
you're
about?
resistant. You're fine. So Valhalla in front
Do you have any
still.
more good berries?
Second, Sterling. Third, Ignis. Fourth was Orin. How far back do you want to go?
I'd like to be 5th or 6th.
So you just switch with Egan, and Egan will be next to Ignis, and Orin will be behind Egan.
Nope.
All right. So you continue. Oh yeah. So there's the little alcove and then door to your right that heads south. Do you wish to do anything with it, or do you continue down the hallway?
Let's see what the next alcove has.
So don't want to open the door.
Yeah, open the door.
At the end of the hallway, I should say, about 60 feet away, you see a door.
health potions and ammo. Not.
Yeah. No.
Kick it down.
All right, open the door by us.
All right. It leads into a 10 by 10 room. It's a partially collapsed crypt. Much of this room has fallen in, with the debris field mostly burying a stone sarcophagus that seems like it was looted years ago.
Don't leave. Keep going.
Next one.
Next,
Yes.
southward.
We are avoiding all of these
All right.
sarcophaguses.
So you look in and you see an open sarcophagus standing in the back of this dusty crypt. Its heavy stone lid lying on its side between yourself and the sarcophagus. Yeah.
Ooh.
Send the
one's got stuff
skeleton
in
in.
Huh? Do you want to go in and check it out?
Yes.
Send the skeleton in.
Yeah, sure.
So
What does the
Question
skeleton
mark?
do?
I am in
Question
charge of
mark. I
Bex,
said question
Barb,
mark.
Liza, and Kathy. So
Question mark. Aurelius, the leading skeleton. Would you like to send it into the room or no?
I'll send Bet into the room.
All right. It goes in. It looks around.
Okay, so it's
Skeletons, by the way, cannot communicate.
that's fine, but
They
like,
just follow orders.
there was no like
Nothing
toxic gas explosion.
No,
Yeah.
it's not carrying fire, so you know.
Okay, who knows?
To be fair,
So
you don't know.
The
leave
floor
it
didn't
and
fall
continue
out.
The
on?
floor didn't fall out. No.
Okay, you want to go then through the room, or have it come back and then continue on?
I think we should just continue on if there's nothing really in the room. We're getting close to being out of time here.
All right.
Probably hurry, correct?
All right, so Bet
Question
comes
mark.
back.
I don't lead the group.
As the first three people go by, I'm gonna run into the room, peek into the sarcophagus quick.
All right. Do you just look at it?
Yeah, I just
Perception check.
stick my head over and look in.
I look with them.
14.
Is that cool?
Success.
DM, I looked with him.
I mean, he would go up first, so not at the same time because he kind of rushed in, and the way 5 foot wide hallway
Sounds
goes.
You do the thing.
So you look in. You see some humanoid bones.
Do they look pretty old?
Yeah.
Like have been there for a while. Old.
Yeah.
Not, yeah. All right.
But yeah, just at first glance, that's all you see.
I run back up.
All right, sounds good. Do you want to run in and look as well?
Yep.
You look in, you see some bones.
I sure might. Yeah,
What is
I
that?
sure
Is that a
do.
perception check?
That
Yeah,
was.
you see some bones.
Oh, neat.
Can I rush
And-
in and investigate?
Yeah.
We just obsessed with these coffins.
Ooh. 16.
All right. Yeah, you see pretty quickly that the sarcophagus has a false bottom.
Yeah, I'll crack it open.
All right, you smash it open. You see kind of a humanoid mummy floating in a shallow pool of red brine.
Nice.
Woof. I have a grappling hook. I'm gonna lower it down slowly and poke it. Like have it just like drop right on its like abdomen or back, whatever it's floating on.
I mean, it's just right there.
Oh,
it's
like
right
right on
there.
me?
Yeah,
Oh jeez.
yeah. You're like you can touch it
Drink it.
if you want to.
I have a vial. I'm gonna collect some of that blood and cap
The
it.
red brine.
Yep, the red
Yep,
brine.
it's red salt water. So brine. Yes, you get it.
Cap it.
All right.
We've got a corpse down here.
Sounds good. Should we, could
That
say-
makes sense for this area. I mean, I only have four skeletons.
No, a little more abnormal.
Does it look okay?
It's mummified.
Abnormal
Medicine check?
how?
Once you just take a look.
Seems reasonable. You're in a
I feel
dungeon full of undead. And you're just
fine.
gonna poke a mummy.
Maybe we should check out what this room's got going down the one.
I vote no. No,
I think
no
we should
poking the
carry
I
body.
think
on.
we
Let's
keep
carry on.
going.
All right. So the next one has a closed door, and this one is locked.
Cool. Your expertise in opening doors. You want to come open?
Yeah, you
You're
better
pretty
than
damn
than
good.
Is
I
there
am.
any way that he can come up to the front and open the door?
He can
Because
squeeze by.
it's locked. So
You're pretty good at
can't
this.
really open
Paladin
Open
with
shit.
zombie
Natural
eyes.
2028.
You
Ooh.
unlock it.
Right, plus 8 is right.
All right. You gonna go in?
Yeah, sure.
Chuck in.
All right. You step in and roll initiative.
Ouch.
Ooh, we got a good one.
Ooh, baby.
Better than I've ever done before.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
15 will knock.
All right. So the only change is that Egan's up in front. Then
Egan.
Valhalla.
Egan, then skeleton,
then
then
bat.
Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
Than
Yep.
myself.
Skeleton's right behind me, right?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Her name
That's good. That gives me a little more room to just keep you trapped in there.
Absolutely.
As you open the door, you immediately see what you might have heard had you spent a moment listening at the door. 6 moaning humans with rotting flesh shambling around the dusty crypt, which reeks of death. An open stone sarcophagus rests against the back wall, its shattered lid lying in pieces on the floor about it. There are 6 zombies there.
Yum.
Well, y'all, we're good.
What do you see up there?
Just shut that up.
Yeah.
Slowly close the door.
I cast Fireball and I close the door.
Can't you close
Alright.
things from far away?
We've got initiative order though. I thought.
Yeah.
So you're first. Who's first?
I don't
First,
know.
you're
Well, we gotta hand them out.
I'm in front.
Thank
and
you,
you just
DM.
close the door and leave.
20 to 25.
I don't have an option. yet.
20.
I don't.
I
Wow.
rolled a 19.
15 to 20.
17.
18.
Why'd you
18.
throw that off?
That's to Ben.
15.
That's the Ben.
Okay, who's
18.
17.
18.
15.
18.
Wow, you're gonna outspeed some zombies, that's for sure.
What'd you get?
8.
Just you?
Yeah.
All right, just a casual subtract 2 from their initiative.
Yep.
All right, number 1, I would say that you hear them.
Do you want then the zombies to go on? Oh, my skeletons to go on my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
You can hear them, but you cannot see into the room.
I am 1, 2.
You're the 4th back.
And squeezing is double.
Twice your movement. Yep.
All right. So I'd have to move 30 feet to get by him, a skeleton, and him.
You'd need 35 feet of movement in order to do that.
I can't do anything once I get into the room. Yeah, I will.
Get to the front of the door then.
I'll take the dodge action.
All right. Sounds good. Where you are in the hallway?
I will hold my action to move into his space when he leaves his space.
All right. Number 2.
If we're assuming we're going to this room.
I don't see any of the zombies correctly because I'm in the hallway.
Correct.
Excuse me. I want to take dodge action.
All right. Number 3.
I'm
You can't
within
see
60 feet, so I can do some vicious mockery, of which I will not have a clever mockery to say, but I will do vicious mockery on one of the zombies.
Yours.
I don't know
And so dead.
if you know what to
What?
target.
If I know what to target,
Do you see the
You can see within range.
Yeah.
You have to be able to see them. You cannot see them.
He said he
I can't see them.
No, he's all the way. He's way far back.
Oh,
Okay, I
He's at
guess
the
I
back.
can't see them.
oh, number 6, right?
If the target can hear you, it must succeed. It
You
doesn't say
unleash a
any-
string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you,
That's
though
fine.
it need not
That's
understand
cool.
you.
All right,
Yes.
I'll take the dodge action.
All right. Number 4.
Well, someone has to move into the room.
That's
else
you.
there's gonna be stuff.
Is that
That's
just
you.
me? I would like to move and close the door.
All right. The door closes. You do not have a way to relock it.
That's cool.
So the door is closed. Anything else you'd like to do?
Guys, they're just zombies. We can take them.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's worth it.
We got no choice.
You could just leave the skeletons to distract them. Honestly, they're going to attack you until they're dead. And you're in a small hallway. I'm just going to tell you this right now. You're in a small hallway. They are really hard to kill because you have to do over a threshold of damage, because when they go to 0, they have a con save to stay up. So these six zombies could take a long fight.
I'm dead for
But if you leave the skeletons, I will allow that to be a distraction for a time being.
One skeleton?
All of them.
But
They'll crush through a skeleton.
but
like that.
there are 3 behind me.
So we leave the skeletons to barricade
You tell the
this
skeletons to
door.
open the door and go in.
They don't even have to open the door. The zombies are just going to come crushing through the door now that it's unlocked and they've seen people. So that's pretty much the options that we don't. It's either an extended fight where the zombies are going to be really hard to kill, or you leave the skeletons behind.
Let's set a trap.
Y'all suck.
But hey, we can keep your skeletons if we set a trap.
No, it's combat right now. You don't have time to set a trap. This is it's either a prolonged fight or that.
They're your skeletons. That's
Your choice.
Well, I want to keep my skeletons, but I feel like if we're going to have a fight, I'm going to lose them either way.
Yep.
But I want
The zombies do bludgeoning damage, and skeletons take a lot from that. So I'm being pretty generous by it.
Yeah.
So-
Meat. Cross them out. Yeah, it's yours. It's your shit.
They were
You
always
should've
there.
named 'em.
They were
We are
always there
here
to
to
be
kill
destroyed
undead
anyways.
They're always
so.
fodder.
You can't name
Don't-
pets.
Don't dehumanize my skeleton.
It would require them to be humans in the first place.
Snap.
Do you leave them behind? All right. So you race up to the door in front of you, and bust through it. I'll go back to this order. We'll go out of initiative. Inside that room, the walls and floors of this room are covered with streaks and splashes of dried blood. 2 dangling bodies are shackled to the east and south walls. One is an elderly male human, the other a young female tiefling. Both are covered in bloody gashes. Neither is moving. In the middle of the room is a sturdy wooden chair with a bloody whip draped over it. A bucket half filled with salt sits on the floor nearby.
Salt for their wounds.
Who's in front?
I'm not
Valhalla.
saying that's what we should do.
Valhalla?
I'm just saying that's probably what
That's
they
probably
did.
what they
What they were doing. Yes.
Okay. Well,
people.
I would say you kind of have to hurry into this room and shut the door behind you. You hear the fighting You hear the fighting in the corridors.
So is everybody free to act?
You were out of initiative. You're in that room. You're kind of densely packed, but yes,
I'd like to go cut down the one of them.
right there in metal shackles.
Just kidding.
The not the tiefling. I want to
Okay.
go up and try and examine the shackle and try and pick it.
All right. Go ahead and give it a go.
We have that ring of keys, do we not?
I think we do.
You do. Who has the ring of keys?
18.
I do.
You have the ring of keys. So you go up to begin picking the lock. It's a little bit more time-consuming of a process. Valhalla.
I'll go up in the tiefling's chain.
All right.
Start trying keys.
Or first, can I check if the tiefling is alive?
Give me a medicine check.
I'd like to assist.
All right.
So is that
Advantage.
advantage? Cool. What is medicine?
Wisdom.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job, you guys.
What's your total?
I believe 2.
Can't tell.
Like I told you, like
They look
beholder ray of like bad rolls in front of them.
Wow.
So there's
That's
a
terrible.
tiefling. Can you describe the other shackled people?
Yeah, so the other shackled person is an elderly male human. The other, a young female tiefling. It's just the 2.
Just the 2. All right.
Yep.
While he is picking the lock, I will go up to the elder male. And
That's the one he's picking the lock on.
I'm gonna do a medicine check on.
All right. Medicine check.
9.
That's good enough. He's dead.
Woo.
You may want to stop.
Yeah.
This man is not alive.
I'm gonna probably unlock the tiefling because I'm a tiefling and I'm
Like-
lawful.
All right.
that's
You
kinda
unlock
my
the
thing.
tiefling. She kind of falls on you, and immediately, like you couldn't tell if she was alive, but as she hits you, you just feel and hear the softest, faintest bit of breath. She's alive, but barely.
How many good berries do you have left?
0. But since you did heal it before, perhaps you could just spend a single.
I'm gonna spend a health on healing it. I'll do lay on hands on it.
All right. She gasps, and like immediately, she'll like lash out aggressively, but she's really too weak to do anything. And then she sees that you're not cultist, and she kind of falls backwards against the wall. Who are you?
Your saviors, it would seem.
Who are you?
Does she look visibly injured?
Oh yeah, she's covered in
bloody.
gashes.
Yeah.
That whip, the bloody whip, obviously has been used on her. She's got salt all over her, that kind of stuff.
Without saying a word, I'll just approach with a medicine kit and kind of pull up bandages.
Is she clothed?
Yes.
Will you allow me?
Who are you?
Who are you?
We are deputies of the Flaming Fist. We have been charged to eradicate these cults.
There were 4 more of us, but we lost.
There were 6 more.
You have a.
This man here is a doctor. He is happy to help heal you.
Okay. You look hurt.
Yes, we are all have all taken wounds from this place, as I see you have found for yourself.
My name is Vendetta.
Hello, Vendetta.
Hello.
Insight check.
Roll it.
13.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Does she allow me to
Yeah.
manage her?
Can I do just I guess maybe it would be investigation, or maybe just some sort of knowledge of, have I heard a notable vendetta in Baldur's Gate?
It's a tiefling name.
Yeah, it's a. She that was only the first name. She's only giving her first name. It is a very it'd be like a common tiefling name. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind then.
Do you know how long you've been here?
Yesterday, perhaps I was delivering. I was delivering spirits to the elf song, and left there and was attacked.
Well, that is too bad. But the good thing is that you are, by your strength, it would seem, alive, where unfortunately your compatriot here is not.
FNX. I don't know him.
The older gentleman.
FNX.
Do you know where there might be more cultists?
Everywhere.
We have dispatched many. We are looking for a final leader. You may come out with us. Perhaps you should fall back with this man, Clem here.
Unless you'd like to leave on your own.
I hardly think it's safe, or that. I appreciate your healing, but it's not much.
You may follow with us if you please.
I will. I've got nowhere else
We've
to
got
go.
a noble hanging out with us too.
All right.
I don't trust him.
Her.
She sees
No, tiefling's fine. I
she
trust
sees
tiefling.
the noble seems to, and you hear her go, huh.
Do you know this
I
one?
would like to use my persuasion, and I'd like to ask her if she knows him. That's very charismatic.
One of the Jasso family. Hard luck, your mom and dad.
I want to
What?
quickly interject. In Infernal,
Yeah.
can you clarify, fellow tiefling?
Oh yes, their family.
In
yeah,
Infernal?
in
Yeah,
Infernal.
yeah. So
Yeah, just to clarify, in Infernal.
that's us.
Their family, pretty much. Well, they're broke. They have their estate and not much left, and his mom and dad are, well, one is dead and the other is ill, and him and the others are bickering over what little of the fortune is left. Can't even afford spirits anymore in their taverns.
Jeez, that was a lot more aggressive than I thought. Sorry.
None of my business, though. I just.
Oh no, it is your no. This is great.
She scoffs again.
So, what do we want to do with him?
He can follow. He's not harming us. He may have lied, but it was so he could stay alive.
A couple of you look familiar. Did you do work for the Uathun family?
With who?
I believe that there were some. Didn't you guys do a job where you were trying to protect the noble? And
It
somebody
was
gets
you,
and
and
Wild
Wild
Rose.
I I recognize who was there.
Who was?
Yeah, I recognize your faces.
And our fallen comrade.
What?
Hey.
The one that did the job.
Yeah, the one who didn't fuck it up.
I see a lot of faces in my day. I don't know who you are.
Vendetta.
Yeah,
Well,
she
you
said-
worked for the Othun family. I move their spirits. I bring it to the taverns through the city.
Do you know how to
Okay.
navigate these areas? Down here, that is.
No,
Just checking.
legally through the city, carts, what have
Welcome to hell.
Not yet.
So shall we?
All right, so the Vendetta and Klim, aka the liar.
So I think maybe so we should say, hey Klim, how much money does your family have?
I mean, we could
Tell me
kill-
about your parents.
We could kill Klim and see if he comes back and become one of my skeletons, and I have lots.
you. All right. So you have her with you. Any other questions you have for her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't ask if she's single.
What? Why would I do that? No.
You hear the battles subsiding behind you and the moans growing louder.
All right, so let's move on.
We should continue going. Vendetta, would you,
I will pull out a dagger.
would you like this?
Sure. Thank you.
Will you follow us?
All right. So you will head north through a door. The hallway will head to the east, and you'll come to where we'll once again head south. But your new friend Vendetta calls up to you and says, "Not south. The corner there."
What's in the corner?
That's all.
I do believe we
So
have
I'll
to figure that out.
Continue to the corner.
All right. So before you head south, you look at the corner. Give me an investigation check.
Assist.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Oh, okay, good.
Who's next to her? Sterling, do you have proficiency in investigation?
Nope.
I got a natural one.
Good. But Sterling, you can give me a perception check.
Do you want me to roll again to take the...
No, just one perception check.
Sounds good. Yeah. 11.
All right.
Oh, just kidding. 15.
Yeah, you just barely see the crease of a secret door that heads off to the north.
All right.
Hey, look at that.
Approaching it, looking at the creases, you feel a slight breeze and you hear the sound of battle.
Check it out.
Kick it open.
I open it inwards.
All right, it is a stone. It is like stone like the wall. So can't quite kick it open. You kick it a couple times. You check it out. You push, you pull. You realize it slides. And it slides open.
Now you gotta lift from the bottom.
With that, you'll head into a flooded chamber. This 10-foot wide flooded passage is braced at regular intervals by wooden beams. Old torch stubs float on the murky water. The tunnel bends west at the far end of it, about 30 feet forward, and you hear echoes of battle, yells, cries, a sort of like inhuman roar.
It's flooded. We just opened a wall, so is the whoosh water just coming
it's
out?
a step down.
Okay, gotcha.
Well,
I would say carry on.
all right, let's keep going.
All right, you follow this 10-foot wide corridor. It bends off to the
So
west.
Sterling is in front. No, or I'm.
Two of you can go two
go
abreast.
double
At
All
this
right,
point.
2 abreast.
Double
Let's
wide.
go.
So I'll just put you Belhala, Sterling, Ignis, Egan, Orin,
Wide
Dolan,
load.
Aurelius in the back with Klim and
We
Vendetta.
finally got some elbow room.
Yeah.
At the far west, the room opens up, and you see the following. Beyond the hall, a flooded chamber opens up with rough-hewn steps climbing to the south, north, and northeast. The floor buckles above the waterline in the middle of the room, forming a small island. Corpses and doused torches float in the water around the island, atop which 2 men circle each other with weapons bared. One of the men, a tall, unarmored brute with a great club and a scarred face, towers above his opponent, but is gravely wounded. The smaller figure is muscular and bare-chested. He clutches a bloody dagger in one hand and a torch in the other, and has no flesh covering his skull. On top of that, you see 10, 12 bodies, the cloaked Reapers of Baal that you encountered, the first ones you encountered, floating dead in the water. You also see what appears to be one of the followers of Bane battling 2 of those in the water. It's weird, though. This follower of Bane doesn't seem to be moving with the command or grace of one typical follower of Bane. And in the midst of the fight, you hear a shouted prayer to...
Kalemvor.
To Kalemvor?
It's not my time to die. I know the scales.
But he's being pushed back against the wall. The two Reapers are dealing heavy damage to him, and the battle is ongoing. It looks like, as lethal as you know these guys are, you need to step in quick if you're gonna step in.
So it's large man with scars facing sexy skeleton shirtless person.
Yeah.
And then cleric facing 2 Reapers.
That individual
versus
that individual with the skull for a face.
Is that the
looks
Russian
like
guy?
No, he looks smaller, but very similar to the individual you fought before. In fact, he seems to be another Death's Head of Baal.
Wizards of the Coast Riders, I love you. You read a lot of heavy metal when you were a kid.
But still,
so you know how dangerous he is.
large muscular man, deity,
Death's
Hercules thing, him,
What do you
2
say?
Reapers. Okay.
I say fireball, but we don't have it.
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon, my love. Don't worry.
Should we-
All right.
You
Do
put me
you
at
move
ease.
forward quickly?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. You charge forward. Immediately hearing you, the 2 individuals facing you, they've hurt you pretty bad. They're coming in for the kill. They look up, they disengage, and they fade into the darkness. The Death's Head of Baal sees all of you, and he kind of...
I would like to shoot my bow before he makes a reaction. Fuck.
You have to roll into initiative for that.
Fine.
Yeah, so he also, upon seeing you, immediately just fades into the shadow, probably invisible. And the 2 individuals left standing there are this weird-looking follower of Bane.
Yeah, kind of a ambiguous blonde, kind of elvy person.
What are you holding?
And this fellow right here.
I think I'm holding some sort of I'm holding the tip of a spear.
So basically,
Big
Texas Chainsaw Massacre with a club.
Big, nasty-looking guy, horribly scarred visage, no hair on his face. He's breathing heavily. You just saw him murder pretty much alone 12 of these people of Baal that you were having trouble with 2 of. And he was facing off with this Death's Head. So, but the Death's Head fled when he saw you guys, as well as the other people. So that's how you approach.
Okay.
So we are next to.
So there's Scar Man.
Can I?
We are next to.
Yes.
Never mind. He's huge. There's no way I'm gonna intimidate this guy.
I'm not with them. I am not with them. Well, I was. It's hard to explain, but I will tell
He points his weapon at you. You're no follower of Bane.
They've already revealed that.
Who are you?
I would like
We are
to.
flaming fists.
Do you mind if I do my thermoclergy and try to
Seems to me
intimidate
we
him?
have an El Terrell
Because I
standoff.
kind of have that as one of my skills, and just say, "Who are you?"
Your voice gets louder. He watches as you cast the spells, and he says, "Cantrips don't frighten me, tiefling."
Well, you want Clem? We'll leave Clem and go.
You can have Clem and Vendetta, and we out.
Well, that's fine.
You
She's
hear
a
a
hard working
whisper in
girl.
Infernal from behind you. That's a Vamthamper.
Oh shit.
That
We,
Vamper.
So that's who we're being
I will
prescribed to do this.
Vamper's the
for.
family
slowly
who
walk
owns
forward
the
and
bathhouse.
as my friend was interrupted saying, "We are deputies of the Flaming Fist here to eradicate the death cults."
Are you now? Oh, okay. All right then.
I am
Good to hear.
watching you.
Yeah, I point my
Oh,
crossbow. I point my crossbow at you. It's like you don't.
I just
Flaming Fist. Where are... You are not Flaming Fist.
I'll
I'll
present
pull.
my badge.
We're temps.
We've been
We just-
impressed
we're new.
into the Flaming Fist. I see you are not impressed.
I see the bar getting lower and lower all the time.
The economy these days.
How did you find this place?
We were
one
prescribed
door.
by the Flaming Fist to come
We-
and
leads
to
eradicate
the
the
next.
dead three.
There was an informant that told us how to get here.
Clem.
You can, yeah, sure. Point it at me. It's fine. Hello.
This was the informant?
It's not my time to die.
This
so I
was
understand.
not the informant. We have no idea who this is.
What are you doing? Who are you?
That is a very good question.
I-
What are you doing and who are you?
I was undercover, which you have blown spectacularly.
We just got
And-
here. You were fighting them. I think your cover was already
Well,
low.
no, I was fighting on behalf of, well...
Regardless
it's
what you
hazy and it's
do.
hard to understand, really, but I don't... we were there, right?
So at this point, a little bit of background. You're dressed as a follower of Bane.
I see that, yes. I saw
You have been. I sent you the message that has some information. I won't reveal much about that.
I remember
But that's what you.
Oh,
that's what you know.
Yes, narrator.
The only other thing you know is that you came here to this room because you heard the combat, and you know this person, this individual, as being rather important.
Right.
And he needed help, and you felt because of your goals here that you needed to step in.
It wasn't his time to die, also.
Yes, exactly.
It was. I can sense that.
Flaming Fist.
What is a Van Thampa doing?
Overseeing this, but
Can you find this?
since you represent Flaming Fists, whoever you are infiltrating the guild,
Yes.
Did you say the guild?
What?
the cults.
What? Huh?
The cult of guilds. The guild of cults.
The cult guilds?
I'm DM misspoke. The cults.
Right.
Oh.
The cults. All right.
Yeah.
You have sway with the Flaming Fist.
Yes.
Not exactly.
And I was trying to save your life. That's why I broke my cover.
Why? Who do you work for? Why are you undercover for who?
For a very important person with an eye patch.
That'd be me.
That's you wear an eye patch?
Yeah.
With an eye patch. Who?
Very important non-person here that's a player character that I remember the name of entirely. Hold on, let me
Did
check.
you say the name?
Ooh, I don't know. Did he tell me to keep this?
Not. I mean, obviously, while you were undercover, but you don't have specific directives for this situation.
You look important enough. Yes, it was Zaj.
No.
Okay, I'm trying to remember names here.
No, you got it.
I'm trying-
His name was
Ravengard himself.
Nikolai
Oh,
Furious.
yes, it was Mr. Ravengard,
The Duke.
the Duke,
The missing Duke.
Do you say
the
that?
missing Duke.
No, that's
Yes.
what he's missing, right? Okay.
That's yes.
Look, I've been doing this for a long time. Okay,
So you have sway.
I have some sway, maybe. I don't know. It depends on. They think I did a good job here, which rescuing you might be part of that. Yes.
I have information, but I've done things, obviously, working with the cults. I'll tell you everything I know if you promise amnesty.
Did I do that out loud? Sorry.
I can assure you, it's not your time to die. You're going to be fine.
Amnesty.
We will do our best in these circumstances to get you
To vouch for it, but we can't guarantee it.
We will vouch for you. We do have some sway with a Flaming Fist captain we can speak with.
You will vouch for me.
I will certainly vouch for you, as I've done so with my very lifeblood.
Especially,
That's
and
fair.
I will gesture at all of the bodies in the room, if you have done something such as this.
We could always say that we
I was betrayed.
enlisted.
By who?
These assassins conspired with my brother to kill me.
Who's your brother?
Another Van Thamper.
I assumed.
You want everything I know right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, we should eradicate the dungeon and then have him tell us.
Well,
What if he doesn't?
We are on a bit of a time crunch, and we need to clear this area out.
We need to get the guy without the face so you were go.
Do you have
know.
pointed
help.
information?
Sounds good.
All right.
We can't have him die before he tells us what he knows.
I know. Be a bummer, right?
Well, if we know that
I need
this
a
is
promise
the
from every one of you. Amnesty.
I,
I'll vouch.
on my
Yeah,
honor,
sounds good.
I do try.
Amnesty.
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 Yeah.
Amnesty.
On my weight as a living being,
Here's what I know.
Inside check.
Haha, I'm undead.
The Van Thamper family. My family.
What is your first name?
Mortlock.
Let him.
They've been
repeat
paying-
that because he laughed.
Mortlock.
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 They've been paying the Dead Three, the cultists, to murder people in the city, with the goal of proving the Flaming Fist can't do its job. Once the city stops paying them, the Flaming Fist will have less of a reason to stay in Baldur's Gate. With them gone, no one can stand in the way of my mother becoming the city's next Grand Duke.
So it's a smear campaign. Basically.
yeah, it's bad marketing.
Dead
Smeared with blood.
Yes.
More importantly,
Literally. So you say that right.
Baldur's Gate will share Elturel's fate.
Now, you speak of rumor of an impossible thing, of a city disappearing. I doubt that Baldur's Gate would disappear. Surely what you're saying has no substance.
Believe what you will. You've seen what's happened in the city. You've heard the rumors.
What makes you think that it will share the fate of Elturel?
The Duke already disappeared.
Yes, but the act of a city disappearing is not the same of a duke.
I will tell you this important thing. My mother is the reason Ulter Ravengard went to Elturel when he did.
So
To meet with the High Overseer Thavius Krieg. When Elturel was taken, so was Ulter. And now no one stands in the way of my mother gaining her power.
A soul can buy anything.
The more information you have, the Dead Three cultists received their payments from my brother Amric. He runs a money lending business out of a tavern called the Low Lantern. You recognize the name? It's a ship, a permanently docked ship that is a multi-tier, mostly lawless tavern. The Flaming Fist don't touch it too much. There's powerful people there, gambling, all sorts of debauchery.
Can you hit me with those two names again? The brother's name and the name of the
Amric.
Amric
Low
is the
Lantern.
brother. The Low Lantern is the tavern.
nice.
That was fun.
My mother
Yeah.
Really?
hid me here. Didn't expect anything from me, but knew I could keep the cultists behaved. But Amric conspired against me, convinced them to turn on me.
So
My other brother, Thirstwell,
Thirstwell.
It's a great name.
is probably the reason the cultists knew you were here. He spies with imps, invisible imps. Imps with abilities like true sight.
And how exactly are there imps here?
You
Not
can't very
here.
well see them if they're invisible, can you?
Everywhere.
Yes, but imps here on this plane.
They're common enough, familiars for wizards like you.
Oh, if only. Oh, hashtag dream.
I guess keep talking, I suppose. I have an action I want to do once he's done.
Speak.
Look, if you've made it this far, you've killed most of the leaders of the Dead Three. Without
Did
them,
they?
the cult
Oh,
will break up.
congratulations!
We have taken down 2 of them, yes.
The cultists, they keep their treasure nearby. He points off to the side room, or to a side room.
Okay.
Oh, I know what kind of treasures they keep, and I pull out a sack of meat and then drop it.
You mean the intestines?
Yeah.
Okay. Use the word meat.
Yeah. It's a
And
sack
now,
of meat.
Material. Meat.
I will tell you, and this is important. My mother values Amric
Mommy's favorite.
above any others. Anything you attempt to bring against my mother, my word means nothing. Most of Baldur's Gate doesn't know I exist. I've been hidden here. I've been hidden from the world most of my life.
Like Quasimodo.
But if you want to influence my mother, Amric,
He's the weak link.
So, why is your mother so bad?
she
Why not
wants
just
power,
just let it be Duke then? You know.
as I told you. I told you exactly what happens when she becomes Duke, when she gains power.
Baldur's Gate disappears.
I think that's a bad thing. I mean, not everyone here is totally awful. Most of them. Well, sounds like you really just want to make sure that stops here. So, you're all on the right track. I'm very proud of what you've done. I'd be happy to help.
All I need, all I need from you is amnesty. If that can't be granted, you to hide me to get me to a ship so I can leave Baldur's Gate.
We have a ship.
Nah.
I'm not gonna say that.
Nah.
It's in my brain.
From what I can tell, they have
Said it's done.
My mind palace.
You blurted it.
It was in my mind palace.
They
You
have,
have a ship.
I said it in Tiefling.
Okay. Infernal.
Infernal.
You have a ship.
No.
Way to fuck it up.
I don't.
It's more like a boat,
Yeah.
less of a ship.
It
Even,
is
even better, you can help secure me passage out of the city.
Well,
Absolutely.
As long as you
course,
can
yeah.
secure wages for your crew.
My crew?
Right.
They would be your crew.
wait, why wouldn't we just...
No.
Why wouldn't you just...
Sucks to have something you got taken away from you, right, guys?
You're gonna give me a ship? Why would you give me a ship?
For your.
No, he gets nothing.
Why not? Because he can protect us in the dungeon. If he comes with us, he can help kill them.
Okay, like, I'm a priest, and that's ridiculous. Don't do that.
It's just gonna keep costing us money.
What's your
We
name?
don't want
What
this
is your
ship.
name?
That's our
Valhalla.
You are generous and kind, and I have not received kindness in my life, and I appreciate this gesture. However, I have no desire to own a ship. I just want to leave the city.
Have him sail away.
amnesty, backup. We do have a ship.
I did buy a boat.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he
As
totally
he
bought it.
We straight up bought a boat.
as he kind of finishes up telling us this, I like to kind of crouch and put my hand to the ground, and I'd like to try to detect the portal.
What?
Detect a portal?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If there is a portal to another plane here within a mile, I know the direction of where it is.
Okay, you do not detect a portal.
Within a mile of this part of Baldur's Gate, no portal?
I mean,
0?
No.
you just see me. You just saw me crouch. I don't see anything.
Portals, first of all, permanent ones, crazy rare. Plane shifting, okay, teleportation, okay, but as far as like a portal that exists openly, super rare. So no.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
I like.
it's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question. So, amnesty be damned. You have a ship. Get me on it. Get me out.
If you would rather have out, we can arrange.
It sounds like you can't guarantee me amnesty. I know you'll vouch for me. I know you'll do your best. But honestly, this is
My
better.
goodness, sir, like, I stepped up for you. These people are stepping up for you. Can you just be like, oh, thank you?
I
He's not
believe
had
the person,
trust in his life.
the person that you named is
Well-
gone.
Well, I mean,
He was in El Terrell when it fell. He's gone.
look, I don't know exactly the timeline. I didn't have much of a choice.
And I will tell you that the only Flaming Fist person you talked to, totally, it was a complete secret between you and Ulrich.
Oh. Well.
You did that. No, none of you know that, but this is a thing that you know. Ulrich is gone. So, dude, if he is the person you would speak to, I thank you, but
Do you mean-
I doubt you could speak to him.
Ulthar the Duke, not Ulrich.
Yeah, is it Ulter? Ulter. Ulter Ravengard. Sorry.
Okay.
Ulter. Ulter.
There's still a danger here, and there are valuables as well. Because this is time sensitive, let us find the last leader and slay them.
Do you have any means of healing?
I mean,
Slightly.
I suppose. I mean, what do you need? What's going on?
Heal me. I will hunt the
Oh
leader.
yeah, your ribs are really jacked up, sir.
Did you consent to touch it?
I can see it from here. I am going to. I don't know how much magic juice I've got left, but I'm going to go ahead and give him a healing word. Like,
He looks like he can take a beefy amount of healing.
give him a level 2 cure wounds.
Thank you. Like I said, treasure that way.
Oh,
I will confront the last leader.
it's funny. It's so much more effective when you're on the edge of death.
If you don't mind, surely we should help you kill him.
I would rather kill him myself.
I can respect that.
There will
Can I
likely
watch?
be minions around the leader.
Your hands will be needed. That room is full. And he turns at the healing and he heads through a nearby door.
Dope. Let's get treasure and leave.
Oh, wait, what?
One quick thing, Devin.
Yes.
Does Zaj demand any sort of proof of us killing the cult leaders, or would there
Their attacks stopping would
would
be
be enough?
sufficient.
Okay, cool.
Hey, so what are you guys doing after
What
this?
is your name?
Hi.
I've been trying to get this information from you.
No, I know that seems suspicious. My name is Dalius Granellis. I am a cleric of Keldenvor, and I've been caught up in all of this. Look, I just do burial shrouds. I mean, technically some weird stuff has been happening lately to me, but that's a whole nother personal journey that I've been on.
We will have time later, I believe. I believe we need to follow this large man.
No. We're getting the loot now.
Yeah.
Did he say he needed
Treasure.
our
No,
hands to help?
we needed the hands to carry the treasure.
I
So-
misheard that.
I will have you guys go up a short flight of stairs to a circular chamber. There are 4 padlocked wooden chests in the center. You have the keys. So you're able to open them. Each chest weighs 25 pounds empty, but all are full. Chest 1 holds 4,500 copper and 2 red crystal vials with gold stoppers.
How much?
1,500
copper.
red crystal vials with stoppers.
How many?
Two.
And gems.
Full. The chest weighs 70 pounds. Chest 2 contains a bunch of agates scattered amid 1,250 silver pieces. The chest weighs 37 pounds. Chest 3 contains a delicate porcelain dragon mask resting on a bed of 2,400 copper and 500 silver. With the coins inside, the chest weighs 55 pounds.
You're going
How
way too
many?
fast.
How much was
I will. This is. I'm gonna.
I got
I'll
this.
tell you later.
Okay.
So 2,500
Chest
copper.
4 contains a bronze crown with 5 spires. Each spire is shaped and painted to resemble one of the 5 kinds of chromatic dragons.
Holy cow, guys. Did I mention I'm a priest with flexible morality? If you bring me with you, I'll just, like, keep you going.
Anything underneath of him?
What?
No, just the bronze crown. So how
Whatever
much
you
does
say,
that one
Friar
weigh?
Tuck. Whatever you say.
30 pounds?
Huh?
How much does that one weigh then?
Dragon mask?
Bronze crown.
Because it has it's the 25 pounds plus the bronze dragon mask.
It's actually just 27.5 pounds because all it has is that large.
I'll
empty
carry the
round.
75 by myself.
I can cast as a level 3 Mammon Tiefling Tensor's Floating Disc once per long rest.
But you're not level 3. Oh, you're level 3.
I am level 3.
Yeah.
Well, you were dead.
So you collect all this. You hear a yell. You hear thuds, thumping, a victorious roar, and your man Mortlock comes strolling into the room, just bleeding from all over the place. His face, 7 more scars across it, several knives sticking out of him, and he's looking a little woozy, but he's
I'll
like,
give him the 5 health
"Thank you."
last of my.
You have
There's
5 left.
5 because I did 5 and 5.
You did
One for
to
Vendetta.
Vendetta.
Oh
Yeah.
right, so I have 4 left. Sorry, my bad. You're right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I fear I am poisoned. I need rest. But-
Ooh,
Yeah,
I
that's
shouldn't have done that.
Well,
I
the
could
4
get
wouldn't have done it.
Four.
No, I have a different thing that gets rid of his poison.
You need
You need
5.
5 points. Yeah.
Well, no, I have a.
You need-
literally.
you need 5
to lay on
health.
hands.
No,
to-
because
yes.
I can do divine health, and it gets rid
No,
of poison.
you have divine health, which means you're
Immune.
yeah.
Oh.
But you can
that's
cure
it.
a condition.
I
But I
will
can- yeah.
like
use
paralysis and
a
blindness.
use of my medicine kit and just try and bandage him up as much as I can at this time.
Right. You attempt to. You notice the wounds are not stopping bleeding.
I just bandage him up anyway.
Can I can't, like...
You just need to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's go.
Let's get into our hoodles.
Look, I'm sure we can figure this out.
You make your way back through.
Do we meet up with you?
Huh?
You.
Oh no,
With
So
with Slavic.
he's not getting half. I'm just saying.
you come out of the bathhouse into the courtyard. As you emerge from the bathhouse, you see 5 figures that look like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, the classic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize the mask to be similar to the one inside one of the chests, and one of them, much larger than the others, is holding you up, and you come out just in time to hear the snap of his neck.
Yes.
Wait.
And all 5 look up at you. And they whisper. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Yeah.
Right? They're whispering
Whoa.
amongst each other. Perception check to actually hear what they're saying.
Oh, shit.
Sugar.
You got it, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
19.
Yeah, you hear them saying
Oh, you beat.
21.
they have it.
Oh, wow.
It's clear they have it. We'll take it. One steps forward. Thank you for retrieving our treasure. We will take it now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, who are you with?
Shut up.
Are you with... Wait a second. You
we
are
will
dragon
take-
cultists, are you?
I will. I'll take
You
the
are-
chest that has the
belongs
crown.
in you.
You
I
guys,
will
these
take it
are...
out
wait.
and give it to him.
This belongs in a museum.
All of it. Every chest. Every coin. We will take it all.
These guys are dragon cultists. I'm pretty sure. You should kill
I'll
them.
point my crossbow to you, and I'll tell you. To the cleric.
Which
You're-
you used it.
You're talking too much. Did you see what just happened here? Take it all, please.
No, he doesn't speak for us.
No.
But here's the thing: because the Slavic man is dead, we don't give him half of our earnings.
Exactly.
But these guys are really evil. Like,
Egan.
If you would like to fight, you can
remember
stay and
how
fight.
remember how
Ooh, no,
strong
I'm more
you
like,
was and how
cheer you on
you
type
was
of guy.
strong.
Well, none of us are fighting. We are going to leave all of this.
I
I'm dumb.
Yes, this is
I leave.
not.
You can protect the
We
treasure.
are in no shape to protect this.
What if this stuff is like a thing that like
Alright,
magically
I'll
raises a
turn-
god of
You
evil?
can stay
to
here.
you
I'm
again.
leaving.
Can
I'll
I
turn
ask?
to you.
Can I ask them a question?
I understand. the
Are
desire
you
for
handing
this,
over the chests?
But
Is
this
anyone
is-
trying not to?
I'm trying not to.
I am trying
Because
to.
I'm a greedy rogue.
All right,
Trying
sounds good.
not
You
to.
attempt not to. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Oops, I need to roll.
Yikes. 11.
Whole person goes off. You're paralyzed.
Okay.
All of it
That's
forward.
a little alarming.
If he's carrying it, with Orin, we'll.
I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, we'll take. If you're carrying a chest, we're taking the chest off you. We are.
All right, I guess that's fine. Just go for it.
If everyone
It's not your treasure to care.
agrees, we are going to leave. I need a very very long rest.
Agreed.
Let me just see. You have a question.
Are you? Oh, they're offering to give you a question.
I'm
Yeah, he asked a
him.
question. Do not speak foolishly.
Do you just want what you want, or do you want what we have?
Simply the treasure.
Well, I see multiple treasures in this. What do you want?
I have been very clear.
He wants these 4 chests. We are allowed to leave if we leave these chests.
I kick open the one trunk that's got the mask in it. I say, just this one, or all of it.
Oh my! They said 4 chests. So,
So
you
at that point, I think
Let him talk.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Book.
yes,
It's,
exactly.
4? No, 6.
Oh yeah, that does not succeed. And you're going to take
We're not gonna heal him.
a flash of radiant light pierces in front of you. You feel a burn and sizzle as you take 12 points of radiant damage.
Sounds good.
See, we took it.
Anyone have any other dumb questions?
can I like bonus action spare the dying? Like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, he's at 1 health.
I'm good. I just go.
So I want to say that those of you who don't want to deal with it anymore, let's go back to Zaj. Okay? Team Zaj? Team Z?
Team Zaj.
Awesome. We're going to leave the chests. Or
Archon
just
thanks you for your service.
Who is it?
Archon.
You're welcome.
And with that, the party limps off into the city of Baldur's Gate as the sun begins to peak above the sky, dragging their paralyzed friend.
We leave him.
Who's dragging him?
I
Just
am.
kidding.
You can leave me.
I'm
And
there.
we're a little
Just
late,
kidding.
but that is where we will end tonight. The party,
I almost
congratulations,
killed
you have successfully navigated
Yeah, you
the
almost did.
Dungeon of the Dead 3. You have eliminated the cultists, the head of every cult, which means, fantastically, the cults will break up. You have a little bit of new news. You know a little bit about the Van Thamper family. You know the Van Thamper family was funding the cultists, that the entire thing was a ruse to destabilize the Flaming Fist and cause them to lose their power in Baldur's Gate so that the Van Thamper family could totally secure the city for themselves. Thank everyone for tuning in. Hopefully you had fun. We certainly did. Apologize it took towards the end to get your character involved, but Wild Rose, rest in peace. We now have our new friend, a cleric of Kalemvor, with the party to continue our descent into Avernus.
I'm not really a cleric. I'm more of a divine soul sorcerer. But the cleric thing was just like a.
Spoiler.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.